All right, y'all, here we go. Post-game spread, Blake Helm, back for another one here. This is going to be the Rosie Bartletti story. She persisted. Rosie's going to be our first female guest. We had her in studio here about 2 days ago. Could not have been more impressed with this young woman. Incredible. Who she is as a person, what she stands for, her as an athlete. It was an absolute honor to go back and talk about her journey through the game of softball and how it shaped her, what she learned about herself, life lessons, and all these people that I interviewed for this are going to reiterate that. So you're going to hear from Ellen Bartletti, formerly Ellen Antonacci, widely regarded as the CS8 softball GOAT, played at SHG in Loyola, Chicago. Shannon Nicholson Guthrie, who's also a CS8 GOAT, played at Illinois State, Chatham Glenwood, coached at Illinois State, now has been the longtime head coach at UIS. Rachel McMullen, her catcher at UIS. Reagan Miles, a former Rochester standout, big school player of the year, UIS pitcher, and then also Rosie's pitching coach this last year. And then last but not least, Jared Washko of Washko Strength and Speed, Overtime Training Academy, an SHG grad, pitched at SCI as well. My boy, he's been a guest on the podcast, and these people had some incredible things to say about them. And if you haven't checked it out already, I put the entire episode out of my background interviews, which I've never done before. I just put it out this morning. So go check that out. They're all beautiful, and could not say enough good things about Rosie Bartletti. I'm going to declare this my favorite interview so far that I've done. I just was blown away that this is a 22-year-old woman, what she stands for, who she is, her maturity, her depth, how she's able to look back at things. It was incredible. So Rosie was a standout at SHG, All-State, Player of the Year, all that good stuff. Rewrote the record books at UIS, Division II, Prairie Stars. Just wrapped up her career and is now doing track. So that's crazy, right? Going to grad school and doing track. She's a burner. She's known as the ace of the UIS pitching staff, their leadoff hitter, number 7, also played shortstop. She did it all for them, stole 1 million bases. Just an incredible athlete, an incredible person. And this is going to be our first female guest. And I'm so excited about that. I've been wanting to have her on for quite some time, but we waited for her career to be over with. And I actually have a couple softball legends that are lined up to come on, including Danielle Laurie and Kat Osterman, who are just like, big time. Yeah, but I have insisted on Rosie being my first female guest, and I stuck to my guns on it. Putting this out there for you guys. You're going to love it. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by Sheehan & Sheehan Lawyers, which is part of the Bartletti, Sheehan, Antonacci. It's like all one big Italian family. So we're going to be brought to you by Sheehan & Sheehan Lawyers today. That's Willie and Pat. Pat Sr. started it, but I grew up with Willie and Pat playing ball with them. I just coached some T-ball with them recently. They do adoption law, agriculture law, business and commercial law, taxation, real estate, estate planning, traffic and minor criminal offenses, personal injury, wrongful death. They can be found, reached at Sheehan, SHEEHAN law.net or 217-544-0701. This is going to be the Rosie Bartletti story. She persisted. Enjoy. And now a few words from our sponsors. We are also brought to you by Washco Strength and Speed and Overtime Training Academy, located at 3604 North Peoria Road here in Springfield, Illinois. You can find them on Facebook, on Instagram, WashcoStrengthandSpeed.com, 217-899-3233. This is, of course, Jared Washco, Springfield firefighter, former baseball dude, SHG, SCI. He is the premier strength and conditioning guy in the area. All the pros go to him. All the Division I guys go to him, guys and girls. Sam Antonacci, Ben Hartle, the Bartlettis. They're incredible. Do all your baseball stuff there. You can rent out Overtime Training Academy for a multitude of sports. It's the place to be. Get under the umbrella. He went to Jared. We are proud to be brought to you by Cardinal Cleaning, located here in Springfield, Illinois. You can locate them or get a hold of them at 217-679-6567, cardinalcleaninginc.com. This is, of course, Adam Springer, my boy, the local baseball dude, coaches at SHG now, has a couple sons coming up, Ty and Bo. Ty is going to end up at Lincoln Land, an absolute stud. And then Adam played at Chatham Glenwood, Kentucky Wesleyan, Rend Lake. friend of mine. He coached me on the rifles as well. I just think he's an awesome guy. They can do anything you could think of under the sun cleaning wise. We really appreciate your continued support. Cardinal Cleaning is where it's at. We are also brought to you by Milner Dentistry, located at 755 South Grand Avenue here in Springfield, Illinois, 217-528-3384 or milnerdentistry.com. This is, of course, Ty Milner, the standout baseball player at Rochester SCI, and then played catcher for the Fighting Illini at U of I. Love this guy. Him and I have become friendly over the past couple of years. He's my dentist. He keeps my stuff right here. And just an awesome dude. He's involved in the Rochester baseball scene now, coaching. Coolest dentist out there. He wears Jordan 1s. His office is amazing, a great atmosphere. We appreciate your continued support. Go check out Milner Dentistry. We are proud to be brought to you by Salvaggio Steel. You can find them at salvaggiosteel.com. 217-528-4078. This was set up by my good friend and contributor to the show, John Chisholm, a former teammate of mine. You know, Salvaggio Steel, I don't know what I can really offer them in terms of sponsorship, but they're amazing, and they've been putting in money to the sports scene in Springfield for as long as I can remember. You see their signs everywhere. They are so generous. They are the gold standard when it comes to this sort of manufacturing. They have all sorts of state-of-the-art machinery. They do structural fabrication, ornamental iron, warehouse stuff, crane services. Salvaggio Steel, incredible. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for your continued support. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Post Game Spread. I am your host, as always, Blake Helm. Sitting across from me here is Rosie Bartletti.
Hello.
Hey there. It's going to be our first female guest. I'm so excited to do this. I've been wanting to get a Bartletti on the podcast for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Your mother has rejected me probably 4 or 5 times at this point. So we're settling for second best here.
Yes.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'll take it.
Louis has also told me no.
Yeah, well, they're both kind of camera shy, so.
But I had your mom in here the other day, and she was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, but she was talking about somebody else. She doesn't like talking about herself.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. See that. So, there could be no one else for my first guest. I know that the community loves you. UIS, you're my neighbor. We grew up on the same street here. And I've even, I've got a couple other women that are backed up because you were going to be number one. So I've got
thank you.
Some softball legends coming on after you. I've got Danielle Laurie and Kat Osterman lined up to come on.
Yeah.
But you're going to be number one.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's going to be cool. So let me go a little bit of background here on Rosie, who I spoke to and why I think this story is interesting. And then we'll just get right into it.
Okay.
That cool with you? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So 2022 SHG grad, where she played for Al Yoho, All-State twice, Capital Region Softball Player of the Year, 3-time All-CS8, CS8 Large School Player of the Year in 22, All GLBC as a pitcher utility in 25 and 26, UIS records and like everything. I'm just going to go through them. Second in wins. This is career. Third in ERA, third in innings pitched, first in strikeouts, second in games started, sixth in complete games, second in shutouts, second in assists, fielding assists. Single season records, second in runs, fifth in triples, eighth in walks, first in stolen bases, second in wins, first in ERA, first in opponent batting average, first in Ks, second in innings pitched, second in games started. The daughter of Ellen Bartletti, formerly Antonacci. She is an all-time CSA great. Many regard her as the greatest CSA softball player of all time. Played at Loyola University, Springfield Sports Hall of Fame. Mike Bartletti, SHG, led Lincoln Land Loggers in hitting 1 year, played at UNO. He is a fire chief for the Springfield Fire Department. Your brother Louis just wrapped up a really cool collegiate career where he spent time with Quincy at D2, Illinois College at D3, and then William and Mary at D1. And really incredible career. Who I spoke to in prep, your mom, obviously, Ellen Bartletti. We just went through her credentials. Shannon Nicholson Guthrie, another all-time CS8 GOAT, played at Illinois State, coached there. My friend, the current UIS head coach, Reagan Miles, former teammate of yours at UIS and coached you as well, which I thought was kind of an interesting, she got to see you in different ways and recently accepted a position at Charleston Southern, a Division I school. So good luck to her. Rachel McMullins, is that how I say it?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Your personal catcher essentially this last year at UIS. And then Jared Washko of Washko Strength and Speed Overtime Training Academy, your friend, your trainer, you babysit for him. All kinds of things. You have a relationship there. And then why I wanted to do this story. First, we both grew up on the best street in Springfield. Yep. Cardinal Drive. There is no place like it. It's a special little hidden gem here kind of in the middle of the city. I have so much respect for your family. I wanted you to be our first female guest. The kind of Antonacci, Bartletti, Sheehan is all kind of like one huge Italian family. You guys are all related, and I grew up with the Sheehans, Willie and Pat.
Yep.
And I just helped coach the T-ball team with them. You had a prestigious career at UIS, fascinated by your career, and now I'm fascinated to see kind of how you look back at it. We first talked about having you on right after your career ended in the spring, early summer, and I thought, why don't we wait a couple months and give you some time to kind of reflect and, see how you felt after you've kind of stepped away from the game. And, I'm sure some things about what softball has meant to you will kind of come up. And so here we are. And before we get started, tell me a little bit about what life is like for you these days and what you got going on.
Well, I am not done with school yet, so I will be getting my master's degree. Well, I have already started classes, actually. Classes started like 10 days after my last game, so I didn't really have much of a break.
Quick, yeah.
But I'm getting my master's degree in classical education at Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas.
Yeah.
Which is where my sister is right now. I have two younger sisters. Maria is the older of the two. She's there right now. She'll be a sophomore, so we'll be there together for a year.
Yeah.
I'm also running track there.
Yeah.
So I've been training for that. Our strength coach at UIS has let me keep working out with them this summer, which has been nice. So I've been on the same type of program basically this will be my 5th year now on that, it's been great being able to be consistent with that. But yeah, so I've been training. I've been working for Jared. Yeah. Babysitting for Jared. Yep. Just spending a lot of time with family, and that's basically it.
Your mom shared a really cool kind of how it all transpired of how you ran track. And she basically said that you went on a visit with your sister there. They went to visit it, and you're like, this place is amazing. Yeah. I want to come here and do my master's here or whatever. And then you got a hold of the track coach. You're like, hey, I'm really fast. I haven't ran track since like 6th grade.
Yep. Well,
Tell me about that.
So my education at UIS wasn't exactly what I was hoping it would be. I kind of just like ended up wanting a little bit more after I was done. Well, this is like towards the beginning of my senior year. So like almost a year ago now. And then I went on that visit with Maria and my mom and Antoinette, and we were on campus, and I was just blown away at how beautiful it was. And it was just like no other. So then I started looking into master's programs, and I found the one in classical education, and I was like, this would be perfect. And then I was like, well, I had heard about the extra year of eligibility for if you play 4 years of a certain sport, you have another year in another sport of your choice. So I was like, maybe I could run track.
Really?
And at first I was thinking, okay, this is not actually going to happen, but it's worth a shot. So I filled out like the recruiting questionnaire on Benedictine's website. And then the coach texted me the next day. I was kind of shocked, actually. Yeah. So then I talked to him, and he was like, do you really want to come here? Do you really want to do this? And I said, yeah. So here we are.
No, but there's more to it. Like, didn't you? I thought your mom said something about he wanted some times.
Yeah, so I had to time myself last summer. Yeah. So we went to the track, and we were doing that, which was strange for me. Yeah. Because I play softball.
Right. So but you're super fast. Like, you're known for like being like absolute blazer.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah. And have you been like training like a track athlete since?
Yes. Yep. So the coach sent out a summer program for us to do. So I've been doing all like the weightlifting and stuff that I would do for softball. Yeah. So that stayed the same, but then I have like 3 to 4 days a week where I do just sprinting.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you have an idea like what event you're going to be? Obviously a sprinter or something.
Probably like 100, 200.
Your mom said you don't want to do the 400.
I don't want to do the 400. My sisters ran track in high school.
It's the worst event.
It's brutal. It's the worst event. Is so terrible.
It's like a minute sprint. Yeah. Of like everything you have.
It's so terrible.
That's the one lap as hard as you can, right?
Yeah. Like so I really don't want to do that, but come back in 6 months and see where we're at, I guess.
I'm going to move this real quick.
Okay.
A little bit in my way. I can't see it.
Okay.
You still cool there?
Yeah.
Okay, so some shenanigans figuring out that you're going to be doing track and whatnot. And are you enjoying it? Like,
it's really fun. Yeah, it's a lot different because obviously the only thing I have to focus on now is running. Whereas in the past I had to run and hit and pitch and field and everything. But so when I am training, like when I'm sprinting, I have to have a specific amount of rest in between each rep. So it's like 3 minutes of me just standing around doing nothing, which is so weird for me. Yeah. Yes, it's terrible because I've never, like the way that Shannon would run a practice, you never got to stand still. You're just going and going and going. And
but
especially
you want to be
for me,
optimal when you're sprints, right?
Right. Yeah, especially for me because I was pitching and I was hitting and I was playing the field. So I never sat down. Yeah. But I guess it's just something that I'm going to have to get used to. So
oh, man.
It's fine, though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. You had some elbow and some hip issues this past year with softball. Are those healing up or how are those feeling?
My arm, my elbow, and like my forearm is, knock on wood, completely fine now.
Yeah.
A couple weeks after my season was over, I was like really worried because I didn't think it was going to get better. And then I was going to have to go in and get an MRI and everything. Because I went to the doctor like in the middle of my season and he wanted to do an MRI, but it was going to take 4 weeks or something to order because it was one of the dye injection ones.
Yeah.
I did not want to do
no,
that.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, I've had no issues from
beautiful
now. I haven't been throwing or anything.
Right.
But my hip is good for the most part. It still gets sore. I've had hamstring problems kind of ongoing. And then we think it was just from being in the dome, like the turf. It's a different surface to pitch on. So like repeated landing on. So this is the leg that I land on.
Yeah.
And this is the hip that I was having issues in. We think it was just overuse.
Really?
Basically. But there was a point to where like I couldn't even run. Yeah. And I had to, the first couple weeks of our season, I was having to wear like a brace so that I could move.
Yeah.
But that's fine now.
What was it like playing in the dome?
It was really cool.
The Springfield Shields Dome. It's like, I think it's the biggest dome in the world.
It is.
Something crazy
yeah.
like that.
Which that's hard to believe.
It's overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. And it was very nice not having to play outside in January.
In rough weather.
In February.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. So we got to practice there for weeks.
Yeah.
Months actually. But yeah, that was really awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Very cool.
Cool. And then let's get started here. I think we should start it off with a clip from your mom here, and then we'll get going. Okay. This one is going to be called Baby Rosie.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Yes. Uh-oh.
And your mom was just incredible. And this was, this is a really cool clip. I would have never guessed that this was, something that you went through.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh gosh, I know what it is.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. If I just start asking you some questions then?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. Let's start with Rosie growing up. Tell me about young Rosie.
Rosie growing up. Infant Rosie had some concerning developmental delays.
Really?
Yes. And to make a very long story short, went through 8 or 9 months of physical therapy. And the day she graduated from her physical therapy, they told us that it would be probably in her best interest to delay kindergarten, which we did not do. And she probably would not ever be able to excel athletically, which she obviously did.
Oh, wow.
Which was kind of a premature judgment, I think, to make.
Obviously.
But she, we didn't really buy that. We knew she was going to be okay. And she turned 5 in June. She's got a June birthday. She started kindergarten as a 5-year-old, which if she wasn't ready, we wouldn't have sent her.
Right.
She's got a sister who was 5 in July and didn't go to kindergarten. So it's, I don't have a big theory on that other than they're individuals and we have to treat them as such.
Sure.
But, Rosie, I think what I can tell you from that experience is that from babyhood on, she was determined.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yes.
She's had it. She had that.
She was, yes. She would be given these challenges as a barely able to sit up baby, of reaching for Elmo or reaching for the foil, or, she had low muscle tone, which is also an irony of where she is now.
Yeah, she's just phenomenal athlete that's known to be a workhorse, really strong and all these things.
But she worked so hard as a 10-month-old, or
really?
How she was always so determined. Oh, I am going to reach that. You are moving it far away from me, but I know, I'm going to get it. But I think determination sums up so much of what she does. She wants to solve it. She wants to fix it. She wants to create it. She wants to find a better way.
Yeah.
She always had some new hobby.
Really?
Even now, she's, it's been baking, cake decorating.
Yeah, Reagan says she was bringing them bread and stuff.
Yes, bread. She's into bread now.
Yeah.
She played piano for a long time. She was always determined to do the harder thing.
Does anything jump out to you after hearing that clip or anything like that you want to comment on?
I would
cool.
agree with the determination.
Oh my gosh. Everyone that I've talked to, I would agree with that too.
Yeah. And I think a big part of that was the way I was raised.
Yeah.
I think my parents, they never just handed anything to us as kids. We always had to work hard for what we wanted.
Yes.
But I would agree with that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I have such respect for you guys' family. And for you guys that don't know, I've actually sent my daughter, Thea, she's the number one Rosie fan, down to hang out with you guys a few times, just to be around you, because I just think that it's powerful for her to see, strong, capable, athletic women.
Yeah.
And you guys are an amazing family. And I always see you guys out there doing yard work together as a family.
Yep.
And stuff like that. One of my favorite memories, I think I talked to your mom about it, was I remember probably a couple years ago, it was 9:00 at night, and you guys were all out raking leaves or something. And your dad had construction lights out for you guys, shaking your head.
Yeah, stuff like this happens pretty regularly.
And I think the backstory behind it was you guys were told you were supposed to get it done during the day.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't happen. So, hey, lights are coming on and we're going to get it done. Pretty much that.
Yeah. I don't remember that exact instance. And I think the reason I don't remember it is because stuff like that happens all the time. But yeah, we've always been we've always helped around the house.
Yeah.
Even when we were really young, really little. We would help Dad when he would do yard work, or we would help Mom with stuff in the kitchen or stuff like that. So they've just taught us very well how to help out. And
your dad is the king of projects.
He is. He always has at least 4 projects going on at a time. Yes. Yep. But good for him, I guess.
These guys have the Shangri-La, the mansion of chicken coops.
Yes, we do.
The nicest chicken coop that's ever existed.
And it's ever expanding too. He's
putting additions on and stuff, right?
Is, yep. Yeah. A whole suite in there for it's yeah.
I love it. I love seeing you guys out there doing your thing. Dad's always out there. Always wave when I go by.
Yeah.
So let's just go right into that then. Tell me a little bit about the Bartletti family. Tell me about what life was like growing up for you.
Yeah, so it was fun growing up. We were all, so when my youngest sister Antoinette was born, I think Louis was 4. So my parents had 4 and under, which was,
oh man, that's crazy. I never thought about how close you guys all are. Yeah.
So my brother Louis, he is 23 right now. I'm 22. Maria is 20, and then Antoinette will be turning 19. So we're very close.
I didn't even realize how close you guys were. Wow.
Especially with us growing up and my dad working for the fire department when he would be gone every 3rd day.
It's a lot on mama.
Yeah, for sure. But we would go out to my grandparents a lot on those days and for dinner and just help with the kids. But it was really fun growing up with siblings my age, because we would basically just entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
We would do everything. We would build forts outside, pretend that we were in Little House on the Prairie. That was my favorite
That's your
my
jam?
favorite show growing up.
Isn't there? They came out with it again.
Yes, I didn't watch it because I just don't think it's good.
Can't do it.
I can't do it. Cannot.
Can't be as good.
No, can't be as good. Maybe I'll give it a chance, but
This is the one with like Michael Landon, the original one, or am I thinking something else?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we would play Little House on the Prairie. We would pretend that we would have horses, and then like we would go out to feed the horses at night.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it was really fun growing up. Our parents always had really high expectations for us. Always, like when we would go somewhere to a party or something. Okay, if somebody asks you how you are, you don't just say good. You have to have a complete conversation with them. Like, look adults in the eye.
Yeah.
Be respectful. When we got somewhere, they would always tell us to greet the host and hostess, say thank you for hosting the party or whatever. But yeah, I think I would not have asked for a better childhood growing up.
That is beautiful.
Yep.
I love that.
Yes.
Let's pivot then to some mom and dad stuff.
Okay.
Tell me about the influence of your dad on your career.
Yeah, so I've never really had like a hitting coach or anything. It's always just been my dad.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even remember the first time I picked up a bat, but Louis, obviously, who's a little older than me, he started playing before I did. So I was kind of like his shadow when we were younger. So I just wanted to do everything that Louis was doing. Yeah. So eventually I started taking an interest in baseball, and I played baseball first.
Yeah, that's what your mom said.
Yeah, which was fun. I don't think at that age it was that much different.
Right.
And I was still playing with girls too, so it wasn't super different. But yeah, so my dad, we would always hit in our basement. We would have like a big net set up. We would hit off the tee, and then I would beg him to take me to the batting cages.
Really?
And then we would go to the batting cages, usually the ones at SHG.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's very intelligent baseball-wise, and just overall, he's very smart.
Absolutely.
But he knows a lot about hitting and a lot about baseball in general. So my swing, I don't want to say it's a baseball swing, but it has parts of a baseball swing, I guess, just because he's the one who taught me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was really good, and he is the one who, when I really started getting into pitching, he's the one who would catch me.
I heard Ellen eventually bowed out. She said, I can't see this anymore.
Yeah. Well, up until like last year, my dad was catching me, but number one, I started throwing harder. So he was like, I'm not doing that anymore. Number two, he can't see very well anymore. So he was like, I just
can't see it anymore.
Dangerous. Yeah, no, like his eyesight is getting bad. He's getting old. So yeah.
That's what your mom says. She says she'd call you to a certain point and then she couldn't see anymore. She's like, I'm done. This is Mike's job now.
Yeah, well, at one point he had to like wear full catcher's gear because he didn't want to get hit, and I was still hit him. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Dad.
But yeah, I'm wild sometimes, which is fine. I mean, I was effectively wild. I will admit that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you said something interesting there. What do you think the differences are between a softball swing and a baseball swing?
I think like the launch angle is a little bit different. Obviously, like softball, you kind of have to be more on plane. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of where I got into a little bit of trouble. I used to drop my hands a lot and just hit pop-ups. But I think like Louis, my brother Louis, has a really, really, really nice like textbook baseball swing. I love his swing. I would say, it's beautiful. It's very nice. Mine has changed a little bit throughout the years, but I would say it's probably as close to a baseball swing as you can get as a softball player.
And you were pretty spread out this year when I came and saw you a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. I completely eliminated my stride. Yeah, because I think, well, first of all, when I was younger, like 10U, 12U, I would step, but I would have issues with stepping out a little bit. So like I would not be able to hit the outside pitch. Mm-hmm. So I just completely took away the stride. And I think that helped me with my timing a lot. Okay. And I just felt more stable. Yeah. I felt like I had more power.
Okay. So, and interesting that, I mean, your mom was known for being, an excellent hitter. Yeah. And whatnot. And I was kind of surprised that she said it was basically Mike was your biggest influence, your dad, not her on when it came to hitting and stuff.
Yeah. My mom honestly didn't really work with me a ton on hitting or anything really softball related. Like we would play catch and stuff like that, but it was mainly my dad. Yeah. Like that was kind of his job. Okay. And then my mom would take on all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about how do you feel like your mom supported you, nurtured you, helped your softball career in any way?
yeah, well, I think the biggest way she supported my softball career was just supporting me as her child.
Yeah.
I mean, she has been such like my biggest role model, honestly. I look up to her so much. I hope to be like her when I one day hopefully have kids.
She's such a special lady.
She's very special. Yeah, she's awesome. She always, like I said before, has super high expectations for us.
Yeah.
Like you do it the right way or you don't do it at all.
Oh, I
but
love that.
yeah, and nothing comes easy for us. Our grandparents spoil the crap out of us, honestly, but
so mom,
parents
got to make it hard.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah. So my dad, I would say, had most of the influence on softball, but my mom, everything else, really.
And she shared a story with me about when you were like young and throwing in the basement. She would always encourage you to throw it harder. She would say, harder.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw it harder. Throw it harder, harder, harder. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Is that memories of that?
And
you're known for having
vaguely.
This cannon both as a overhand and underhand.
Yeah, but she was always just, sometimes I think girls are kind of not babied, but we're known for being gentler.
She didn't baby you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she was always very adamant about full effort and all that,
Yeah.
And I think my sisters didn't play softball. They did for a year or two, but they didn't really like it very much.
So you guys weren't pushed to do that?
No. No, we kind of got to choose.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
I ended up choosing softball. I played other sports growing up, but softball was.
What other sports did you play growing up, and when did you transition to just softball?
So my first sport I think was soccer.
Yeah.
For like a year. I was like 4 years old.
Right.
So
everyone does it.
Everybody does.
It's like the first sport
baby
you can play.
Soccer. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't like that. That never took.
Yeah.
And then I started. I think it was coach pitch. In first grade.
Yeah.
And I think I was on the Phillies.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then I was in like the SSBA league, which was still baseball.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Chatham League, and that's where I played softball first.
Yeah.
And then in third grade, I started volleyball. I did volleyball up and through 8th grade, and then my senior year of high school. And
then senior year?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Just for the heck of it?
Just for fun.
Yeah.
Yep. I played basketball for 2 years, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
That was not good.
Not your thing?
No.
Okay.
Not my thing. What else? I did tennis for a while.
Tried it all?
I did diving.
Really?
Yeah. Track in 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade.
And now again. But I've had my fair share of
been exposed to them all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, and you might have just kind of answered it before I even asked you, but what were your earliest memories of the game, softball, baseball?
Well, I do remember watching games like on TV. I would watch my brother play.
Yeah.
And Louis was on the Pro Image team with Sam, and I think my Uncle Bill was one of the coaches.
Yeah.
And I remember one time my Uncle Bill, who is my mom's brother, he called my mom and told her, I don't remember how old I was, but I was young. I was very young at this point, maybe 6, I don't know, 7 maybe, I don't know. But he called my mom saying that they needed a sub for Louie and Sam's game that night, and I was so excited.
Really?
So I ended up subbing for their team, and I think I played the outfield. I don't think I got a single ball hit to me, but that was just like a thrill to me.
Really?
Yes, I got to play with boys, which was exciting for me because I was like, I want to be up there and I want to, I can play with them.
Yeah.
There were a couple other girls on the team, but it was mostly boys. But yeah, that was really exciting for me. And then I played baseball for a couple years, and then I played softball. And I remember the transition from like baseball to softball was a little bit hard just because I started pitching when we started softball, and it was just so awkward. Like you've seen little girls pitch, and it's like it's really hard.
It's a tough movement to figure out. I can't figure that dang thing out. I've like tried a couple times. I feel so unathletic.
Yeah, no, it's hard, but like I was stepping with the wrong foot and everything, but yeah, I knew, I think from the moment I started playing baseball, softball, whatever, that it was going to be my sport. Yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then your mom shared a couple cool memories, and she said that even though you had the mechanics kind of wonky when you first started, you were still striking people out.
Yeah.
People out.
Yeah.
And then also a funny one when you were doing coach pitch that whenever you were the pitcher, that you were awesome at, like, a lot of kids hit little dribblers and you would just grab it and you would wait till the bases were full. And then as soon as you'd get the ball, you'd run to home plate and get like force out, like 3 outs.
No, I did not understand the aspect of it being a team sport. I just wanted to do everything by myself, I guess. Yeah, but.
I love that.
Yep.
Okay, and then you already talked about what other sports that you played growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And are there any, talk to me about some of the teams that you played on growing up, either travel or you mentioned the Phillies and some stuff like that.
My first team was the Phillies. And then I was like a purple team in the SBA league. And then I was on, for the Chatham softball league, our team we were like black jerseys. Everybody had the same jersey. It was just different color.
Okay.
But my team was B&B Electric because our coach, he sponsored the team. He had a daughter on the team. And that was basically, that group of girls was who I was with up until I think my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So it was a very long period of time to where we were with the same team. But from there, it kind of morphed into the Springfield Stars. They're not an organization anymore, but used to be big. And then I can't remember if I was in 8th grade or I think I was going into my freshman year when that team split up. And then the coach was going to take over for the hitting center. And she wanted me to come to her team. And at this point, I don't know. That summer, I was not going to play at all. Really? I was just going to maybe sub a couple times. But then I ended up trying out for the Heat, Chatham Heat. They're not called the Chatham Heat anymore, but they were. And I was with them for 3 more years. And that was really fun. But yeah, so I haven't done a ton of hopping around. But
I mean, it's crazy now. Like all the organizations and like the treachery of people moving around. And
like you don't know what team to pick because this 8U team is elite. And if your daughter isn't on this team, she won't play in college.
It's crazy. Seriously, I had a second this year. Thea is 7 and she's going to do rec ball this next year. But I had a little part of me was like, are we missing the boat here? Because we're not.
No, you're not.
I actually texted your mom about it and I was like, make me feel better about this, Ellen. And she did. And your mom has been, I text your mom about parenting stuff sometimes. Yeah. She's amazing. She's helped me out. Yeah. But she made me feel a lot better that it's going to be okay. You don't have to. And she said a lot of times you guys just played and it wasn't so serious.
In my opinion, I think don't sign your 6-year-old up for a baseball team. Just go let him play outside.
Yeah.
Let him go on the monkey bars or stuff like that because people are specializing at
so
age
young
6,
now.
7, 8.
And they're playing year round.
Yeah, which is terrible.
Round. I think it's
so bad for your kid.
Yeah.
And you're trying to, I don't know, get them hitting lessons when they don't even know how to run properly or can't even skip.
Yep.
But that's a whole nother
tangent.
Yes. Yeah. We could talk about that for hours.
Was this
sports?
What was this team? The Chatham Heat?
Yeah.
Was this with Amber Elric?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, because she's giving Thea tennis lessons.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
She's awesome.
Love her, and her dad's awesome too. I got to meet him the other day. Yep. You guys all know each other and are friendly.
So I played with her for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's special too.
I
really like her.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you I've always felt like I grew up like worshiping like Mickey Mantle and Chipper Jones and all these stuff as a young woman. Liking softball and baseball. Did you grow up looking at like the Cat Ostermans and the Danielle Lauries and like these kind of players, or was that something
Honestly,
you looked at,
no.
like the softball legends, or how does that
Not
go?
really.
Okay.
I would say like the people I looked up to were like my mom or my older cousin, Sam's sister, Abby. She's 4 years older than me, I think. So she was always playing softball and I would always see her play. And she was really good in high school and everything. She didn't end up playing in college, but she like I cared more about the people that I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch a ton of softball growing up. I think my interest in college softball started probably in high school or maybe 8th grade. But
like, do you watch like the College World Series?
I do.
Like that?
Yeah, I think it's really entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting to me. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Yep.
So then going into high school, were you aware of how big a deal that your mom was, or like how special she was as a player? And like,
yeah, everybody talked about it.
Okay.
And I did know, and I was really not worried about trying to live up to that expectation.
That was my question. Did you feel like you had to fill her shoes or
not
feel
really,
pressure or anything like that?
She and my dad too have never like put any unrealistic expectations on us.
Okay.
They kind of just push us to be the best we can, and then if our best is our best.
Yeah.
It's not like...
As long as you're trying your best.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then talk to me about your SHG softball years. Did you lose a whole year to COVID, or did you even get to play?
My sophomore year,
we
didn't play at all.
That's
which
crazy.
It was bad. Yeah, really unfortunate.
So what are some of your best memories from high school softball?
It was a lot of fun. I got to play my junior and senior year with my younger cousin Libby, my mom's sister's daughter.
Yeah,
that was fun. It was so much fun. It was pretty laid back, honestly. Yeah. Like, not a whole lot of, I don't want to say seriousness, but it was fun. It was never really like that intense. Mm-hmm. It was always just kind of, we're here to play softball as well as we can, and we're here to have fun. Yeah. So it was enjoyable. We were pretty good my junior and senior year.
Okay.
I did the majority of the pitching.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
What did that mean to you to get like all state and CSA Big School Player of the Year and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
whatever. Really?
It was cool. It was really cool, but I don't know. I've never, like, I enjoyed like all the accolades and everything, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, because I'm just working hard and I'm having fun and I'm doing what I love, and then if I do great, then
yeah. And now a few words from our sponsors. We are also proud to be brought to you by BOS, that is Bank of Springfield. Bank boldly. Love these guys. This was set up obviously by Jason Knadler and Justin Knadler. They got a whole baseball team over there. Tim Wallen, Eric Weaver, Murph Mathieu, all those guys, Frank Stefano, just incredible. I trust these guys. I like to bank locally. They do everything that a bank does, so I'm not going to go down that, but they're just people that I trust. When it comes to my money, I want it with people that I trust and respect, and I know they have this athletic background of knowing how to work, knowing how to grind, getting out there for you. So love these guys. We appreciate the support of Bank of Springfield. Go check them out, bankwithbos.com. We appreciate y'all. We are proud to be brought to you by Sitco Chiropractic, located at 205 North Grand Avenue West. You can reach them at 217-525-2035, sitcochiropractic.com. This is Casey and Kyle and their dad, Steven, and, just love these guys. I grew up with Casey and Kyle. I do think they are the finest chiropractic establishment here in the greater Springfield area. Their brother, Ty, was a standout baseball player at SHG and SCI. They do everything that chiropractors do. They're just the best. Like I said, I grew up with these guys. I think they are amazing. They were both good athletes coming up as well. They can handle all your chiropractic needs. Love these guys. Go see them. Sitco Chiropractic. We are proud to be brought to you by The Office Sports Bar and Grill, as well as The Office West. The Office Sports Bar and Grill, located at 1919 West Isles, and the West location located at 4525 Wabash. This is Tom DeLillo. This is Dom DeLillo, his son, played ball at Wesleyan. Love this guy. Love the atmosphere there. It's adorned with all this amazing sports memorabilia from, sports stars of yesteryear. It's a great place to go get a drink or get a quick bite with some friends and have some laughs. We appreciate your continued support. The Office Sports Bar and Grill. We are proud to be brought to you by Glisten Heating and Air, located at 117 West Main Street in Pleasant Plains. You can reach them at 209-265-5715. GlissenHeatingandAir.com. They care about your air. This is Gibbs. He's done my system. He's done my parents' system. He's incredible. He did not upcharge me. I had other HVAC people, entities in the community come out and look at our place, and they tried to way overcharge me and give me more than I needed. Gibbs gave me exactly what I needed. My house is running like a top. It's perfect. He's come over and serviced it a few times. He's an amazing guy. He has local Pleasant Plains, Springfield guys, former athletes working for him. He's an amazing guy too. He's got some young cats coming up in the Pleasant Plains baseball system. Really appreciate this guy. The Canadlers go to him, the Worsts. All the ball players go to Glissen Heating and Air. They care about your air. We appreciate y'all.
Okay.
Tell me about Al Yoho. Am I saying that right? Yoho?
Yes, Yoho.
That was your head coach in high school?
Yeah,
Tell me about him.
He was a lot of fun. He was pretty laid back, pretty unserious.
Yeah.
But he was very fun, very enjoyable to be around. All the girls loved him.
Yeah.
He was he ran practice very loosely.
Yeah.
So usually
different than Coach Shanna?
Oh. Yes. Yes. I know that's hard to believe, but yes. Yeah. We would usually just do like front toss on the field, and then he'd hit us some ground balls, and I'd pitch for a little bit, and then that would be practice.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Tell me about that. Who taught you to pitch? Like, who gave you pitching lessons and kind of some influences there?
Well, I didn't really have a pitching coach. Do you know Amy Cross?
For the name.
I went to her a couple times in high school, but my travel coach was Missy Coffey. Do you know her?
For the name, yeah.
So she's the one who really taught me how to pitch.
Okay.
And I learned how to pitch when I was like 10, but I wasn't a pitcher. I just could pitch.
Yeah.
And I didn't really become a pitcher until high school. Probably.
What does that mean to you? Until like you didn't become a pitcher? Like understanding like the intricacies of it, or like what you were doing, or
I wasn't pitching all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I wasn't that good.
Okay.
I didn't become like that great until high school, I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, so she taught me how to pitch, and then I would pitch to my dad, and he would try to help me, and I would be like, "Dad, you don't even know what you're talking about. That is not how you throw a changeup," or whatever. But which is funny because I also didn't know how to throw a changeup until this year. But
your mom said that you have a little bit of sass in you.
Yeah, maybe more than a little bit. But
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Then tell me about your recruitment and how did you end up at UAS? Did any other schools come calling or any contact, or how'd that go?
It was a little bit different when I was getting recruited just because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I think starting my year, they kind of took away the whole like GPA, ACT score based scholarship model. So that was kind of disappointing to me because I was a good student.
Right.
And I worked really hard at that. That's another thing that my parents were big on. Like, you work hard in school. There's no other option.
I believe it.
But yeah. So I really did not get recruited heavily by anybody but UIS.
I'm shocked.
I know.
I really am shocked.
Yeah. I also think I could have tried a little bit harder, but
to get your name out there.
Yeah, but we didn't know what we were doing.
Right. Yeah.
Like Louis ended up just emailing the Quincy coach, and that's how he got recruited there.
It? Really?
Yeah. So I went to camps. I went to a couple. I went to like a SLU camp. I went to UIS camps. I went to Quincy. But that was really it.
Really?
I took a visit to Blackburn.
Yeah.
But UIS was. I knew I wanted to stay close to home.
Okay.
And I had known Shannon a little bit from, when she was recruiting me.
Yeah.
And I knew that she was really focused on like family values. Like that's one thing that she's really big on. Like our team feels like a family. It's not a business.
Yeah.
It's a family. And that's something that I really liked. So they heavily recruited me for over a year, I think.
Yeah. But your mom said that you went like 4 times, like 4 visits.
Yeah.
Like you didn't just sign right away. Like
No,
you wanted
no,
to make
no.
sure.
Well, that is also because of COVID. Like I couldn't get into a dorm, or I couldn't get in to see any classrooms my first time there because of COVID, which was dumb. But
that is weird. Yeah.
But yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. then yeah, I love what you said about Coach Shannon too, because I mean, we'll get to it eventually, but your mom said that she was very good about, she's a Catholic too, and like,
yes,
so that's very big for you, and you guys, but she would like make time for you guys, like go do that, like see mass on
on road
Sundays.
trips.
Yeah,
there's this app on your phone. It's called Mass Times. So you type in
where you're at,
your address, and then it gives you like all the masses that are around you. So I would find a church that was close to our hotel. So if we were in like Kansas City or something, I would like find a church and then send it to Shannon, and then she would be like, "That's perfect," and then she'd send it to the bus driver, and then the bus would take us to mass in the morning.
That's amazing,
which was really cool. And I always had like a couple other girls that were also Catholic on the team. So this year I think I had one or two that would come to mass. But yeah, it was. I think that says a lot about her.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that was awesome.
That's cool. And your mom shared another story too about Louis was doing the same thing, and then he went to. On a road trip, he went to like a all Latin one time or something like that. Didn't understand a word.
Yep. And I think even one time, like he walked to mass from his hotel,
like a mile or something like that.
Yeah.
It was far. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then why eventually did it feel like UIS and Coach Shannon was the right place for you?
Well, I knew I wanted to be close to home because basically all of my immediate family is here still. Both sets of grandparents, like all my cousins, aunts, uncles. I have a big family. You know that, but
absolutely.
So I wanted to stay close to home, and Shannon just kind of has that motherly instinct to her, where I was like, this would be a really good place for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of knew once I started talking to her that this is somewhere that I can see myself, but I took my time with making that decision.
Okay.
Just because I was kind of waiting to see if anything else were to come up, but yeah.
Were you aware of her pedigree? I mean, she's up there the same as your mom, as like all-time CSA
I knew.
great.
She's awesome.
Absolutely dominant. Like, you could not touch Shannon back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And I've gotten to become friends with her through, I've sent Thea to some of the camps, and we texted, and then I got to have her on here. So it's been really cool for me because even though I think we're the exact same age, like same grade, but I didn't have a lot of interaction with her growing up besides seeing her in the paper. It was always Shannon, 0 runs, 0 hits, like Shannon Guthrie, no hitter. It was
so good.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's, I think we should open this up with before we talk a little bit about Shannon as a coach, let's do some Shannon clips.
Okay.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's go person to start off with. Here we go. Then do you have anything on her as a person, anything that jumps out that you just think would be worth talking about or mentioning or anything there?
Well, I imagine it's the same reasons that you want her to like be around Thea and, be a role model, because she's just a great human. I mean,
agree. Yeah.
Everybody in that Bartletti family and Nachi family, they're great people.
Yeah.
You want to be around them. Easy to have conversations with. My boys love her because she's just like that person you gravitate towards, and she'll be a teacher one day and probably the perfect role for her.
Ah, okay. And then let's move on to a couple more. I want to do usage next. And I thought it was really fascinating how they used you this year. Like as in your junior year, you pretty much ate up all the innings as pitcher.
Yeah, I think I had like 190 something.
Crazy. They used you. Used you a lot.
They used me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And but this year you had another dominant pitcher as well.
Yes.
And you guys were kind of like a little bit different in like your styles, and it looked like you guys shared time there, but then you also got more time in the field too. I know being a shortstop is you like doing that too. So anyway, I'm going to play this right here.
Okay.
Usage. I saw the stats line up with Rosie this year because you had another very dominant pitcher too. Can you comment on how you like to use her? Like obviously she was capable of being a shortstop. She's one of your best hitters. She's your best pitcher too. So how did you balance that?
It was hard. This year was a little more difficult. She had an arm injury, so we couldn't pitch her as much as we wanted to pitch her.
Okay.
Her junior year, she had a significant, probably more number of innings. Yes, we probably lived and died on her junior year. And so that year she was predominantly a pitcher. Last year, we balanced it more between the shortstop and the pitching, tried to give her arm a little bit of a rest.
Yeah.
And, but each year for her was a little different as far as what she gave us. Her freshman year, she had a great ERA. It was in like the ones, I believe.
Yeah.
And we used her more as a relief type pitcher, but she played that year. I think she played center field and shortstop and second and a little bit of everything, and just wherever we could get her in the lineup.
Yeah.
And then sophomore year, she was actually, her freshman year, we had a 3-person pitching rotation. And what Rosie did really great at was just coming into games. There was one time where I think she had something like either 4 or 6 straight games that she closed out for us. Because you could just bring her in and nothing phases her whatsoever. She's a great, like, just come off the bench and strike people out person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we love that. And then she grew into that starting role. Junior year, she just took off. I mean, she just led our staff junior year. And then senior year, it was going to be difficult to repeat that as far as any pitch goes.
Okay.
But she really took off. I thought hitting-wise, her senior year, probably her best hitting year for sure.
Yeah. Does anything jump out to you there you want to comment on?
Yeah, so last year we had, at the beginning of the year, we had 3 pitchers. Mm-hmm. One was injured. And then as the year progressed, the other 2, one of them had like hip issues, so she couldn't pitch as much. And then the other one was just having, just kind of like, not the yips, but like sort of like the yips. So I just started having to throw a lot more. And at the beginning of the year, like it was good, but I wasn't like untouchable or anything. But the more and more I threw, the more and more like the better I got, which was, I mean, that was great. But I was, so in the GLVC, we play Saturday, Sunday, doubleheaders. Mm-hmm. So I would end up starting the first game of the doubleheader, pitching the whole game, and then I would start the second game too.
Really?
And just go as long as I could.
Really?
So I would be throwing like 16 innings like in a weekend, which is a lot, but for softball, I mean, you can obviously throw more than you can
it's different
in baseball, but still, it's a lot of stress on your arm. So at the end of the year, last year, I was having elbow problems. Yeah. I was like in the conference tournament, I was like crying because it was bad. But so that kind of leaked into this year. And then towards the end of the season, we were having to basically like tape me a whole new UCL. And like my entire arm would be covered in tape.
Really?
Yes. Just to get through the game.
So softball pitchers put stress on their UCL just like baseball pitchers
do?
Do?
Yeah. It's not as much stress just because underhand is a more natural motion than overhand, but it's still considerable amount, especially if you throw hard.
Yeah, and you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I threw a lot harder last year than I did this year just because
your arm was just healthier?
For sure. I still threw hard this year, but I was dealing with the hip and the arm and everything. So that's kind of when so last year I didn't throw a changeup or anything. All I threw was just
you added that this year.
Fastball. Yeah. I added a changeup this year because I was thinking like, okay, I'm not throwing as hard. I'm not going to be able to get as many girls on my fastball. So over winter break, I just got down to business and figured out a changeup.
That's amazing. Coach Shannon said that you guys were talking about adding this pitch in, and then she said you went on winter break and came back and just had it.
Yep.
Like you worked your butt off figuring that out.
Yeah, no, I have never really had a great changeup just because, when you throw a changeup, you're not supposed to slow down your arm or anything just because that's a tell. But my arm was so fast to where any sort of changeup that I threw would just be like a slow fastball.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't work. So I played around with grips and everything and then
figured it out.
Finally settled on one that worked. And I didn't throw it a ton just because I didn't need to, but I had it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. Okay.
Let's do some more Shannon here. Let's go you as a hitter. And then let's move on to her as a hitter. And you said she had a really strong senior year. We just talked about she hit a couple balls out, kept progressing as a hitter. Yeah, just tell me why she was successful. Tell me about anything you got on her as a hitter.
Well, she figured out how to get on base. I mean, the girl is so fast.
She's
running track now. Like she's that fast. And she knew it. She was like, all I have to do is get on base and I'm scoring because I'm going to steal second, probably steal third. Yeah. Then all we have to do is put a ball in play and she scores.
Yeah.
So, and she just really stuck to that. She was like, I just got to put the ball in play and get on base. And I think once she figured that out, all the pressure was off of her and she just started really hitting the ball.
Did she have the green light to go on stealing or was that called by you?
No, she surprised me a few times. I was coaching third and I look up and she's standing next to me and I'm like, hey, good for you. I mean, there was one time we were down in a game, 2 outs, 7th inning, we're losing the game and she steals third base. And I just look at her, I was like, well, thank God you were safe. But I love the confidence though. Like she knew, she's like, I know, she knows when to go. You don't have to
Oh, man. Expound on that. That's hilarious. I was tickled when she told me that story.
I don't exactly remember what instance that was, but it's probably because it happened more than once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pretty much always had the green light.
Yeah.
I mean, she would give me the steal sign, but if I got a good read on the ball, or our first base coach a lot would tell me just to go, and I would just go.
Yeah.
But like, I was confident in my ability to steal base.
What were you looking for? What was your feel when you felt like it was the time to go? Were you thinking counts, or just how the pitcher was moving, or catcher, or what all went into it?
I was never really focused on counts or anything. I was a lot of the time. Well, I'm a pitcher, so I can like pick pitches really well.
Yeah.
I think so. Anytime I saw a changeup, I was just gonna go. But most of the time, she sent me before I even had the opportunity to decide to go by myself.
Yeah.
But a ball in the dirt, any kind of hesitation from the catcher, anything like that, just go.
Now, I was a base stealer too. Did you have more fun taking second or third? I always loved taking third. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I think it's kind of the same to me.
Okay.
I think stealing third is, or for me at least, is like more dangerous just because it's a closer throw, and the third baseman was usually coming back, or the shortstop would come over. So a lot of times, like, I would get stepped on, which is not fun. But
sure.
I think stealing second is, I don't know. Stealing third might be easier, honestly.
It always felt easier to me. I don't know why. I don't know how to make sense of it, but it just felt easier to me.
Like, I would hardly ever steal third if there's a lefty up, just because the catcher has like the direct throw. But when a righty is up, I think it's easy to steal third.
Let's do Shannon, you as a fielder. Here we go. Tell me about her as a fielder. You obviously use her at short some, so it's a pretty special athlete.
Yeah, it's just like her pitching. Like, she throws the ball. She's got a cannon for an arm, overhand too.
Yeah.
With her speed, she can get to anything. That's why if we were trying to save her arm a little bit, sometimes we'd put her in the outfield. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she would tell you that was her favorite position, but she just covers so much ground. It's hard to. I mean, if she practiced anywhere, she could be whatever position she wanted to.
Yep. So would you say she's one of the best athletes that you've had in the program?
Oh, by far. I mean, for people that watch Division I softball, she reminds me so much of Jordy Fromm, that started Oklahoma, transferred to Nebraska. Like, great pitcher, great athlete. Yeah. They have the same like things that make them special. Like, they're explosive and they can just fire off the mound. And when they hit, they have that little extra power behind it. Like, just so athletic.
Beautifully put. Right, the comparison there.
Yeah.
And then, I think I put the clip out there. I don't know if you've seen some of the clips that I've been putting out. Mm-hmm. I've thrown a few out. I'm saving most of them till after we do the podcast to put out. But I asked her if she thought you were Division I caliber. And she said, like, absolutely. Does that mean anything to you? Is that cool to hear?
No, that was definitely cool to hear. And also, we talked about that on one of my visits.
Really?
And she was telling me, like, I'm surprised there aren't any like Division I eyes on you right now because
how talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, when I was getting recruited, she did not want me as a pitcher.
Really?
She just wanted me as a infielder.
Shannon did?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. But once I got there, or actually, so that was like during my junior year of high school. Mm-hmm. She's like, probably won't have you pitch much, but I really like how you play the infield, and I like how you hit, because I was a really good hitter when my last 2 years of high school. Like, I was hitting home runs all the time, and then I just stopped for some reason.
But then again, you got a couple your senior year.
Yeah. But I don't know. So she told me we probably won't use you as a pitcher much. We just want you as an infielder. But then my senior year, I kind of like broke out pitching, and she was like, "Yeah, we need you as a pitcher.
We need you both."
Yes.
Yep.
We'll have you do both. So I was like, "Okay." Yeah, because I liked pitching a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I've asked you privately, but I'll ask you again here on camera. Which one did you prefer? Hitting, pitching? If you had to take one of those parts of your career away.
Take one part away?
Yeah. Which would you have done?
Probably playing infield.
Yeah.
I liked it, but it wasn't what I was really good at.
Yeah.
So, and then I really began to love hitting again this year.
Yeah.
Just because I kind of found my groove and, I was hitting well.
Yeah.
So, pitching more, I enjoyed more last year.
Okay.
Because number one, I wasn't injured. And number two, I was pretty dominant.
Talk to me about the home run drought. Where'd all the home runs go?
Oh my gosh.
And then how did they come back?
I don't know.
How'd you find them as a senior?
Well, my freshman year, I think I batted like 250 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, both your freshman and sophomore years was about that.
Yeah, which was, it was fine, but going from high school to college pitching it's crazy.
Huge.
Like, I remember my freshman year, our first games we played in Arkansas, Shannon put me in the leadoff spot for our first game and I struck out 3 times. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this.
Yeah. No, I'm not cut out for this.
No, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But also I was changing my swing like every other week.
I've been there before.
Yeah. So when I was a freshman, I started like open like this and then I would step in and then I took away like the open stance and then I would just step. And then last year, like towards the end of the year, I went to no stride.
Yeah.
And that's what was the best for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year I kind of just, in the fall, so I did student teaching in the fall, so I wasn't able to practice hardly at all with the team.
Yeah.
So I was just doing a bunch of stuff on my own. So I got to really play around with my swing and get a good feel for everything. So I kind of just found something that was comfortable.
Yeah.
Found something that worked. And then I think it was our first weekend outside. Which I don't remember what weekend of the season that was this year, but the game that I hit my first home run, I had a fever during that game. I had the flu or something. I was so sick. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't even my head is pounding. I can't do this right now. I got in the box. I swung and missed. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I hit the ball and I was running and it went over the fence. I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened? As I had like a 101 fever probably. I was like, okay, there we go. Yeah.
And then you got a couple more.
Yeah, I think I hit 2 more.
Yep.
But yeah.
Are those going to be memorable for you? I can remember like every home run in my career, I feel.
Not really.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
Always cool to get a couple over the fence. Though,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you were hitting them over the fence in high school?
Oh, yeah. I had I think 8 my junior year, maybe 12 my senior year or something. Absolutely. But yeah. But also the pitching was not as good.
Right.
It's just balls right down the middle most of the time.
Okay.
So.
Talk to me a little bit about Coach Shannon. Her as a coach, what stands out? What was your relationship like? Any good stories? Anything like that?
Yeah. Her as a coach, she's very knowledgeable when it comes to pitching. That's obviously her strong suit. She was a standout at Glenwood and then at ISU.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, we had a pitching coach, and then my sophomore year was kind of Shannon, and then junior and senior year was Reagan again.
Yeah.
So Reagan was doing the majority of the pitching stuff, but Shannon would call pitches and everything. And yeah, she's a great person to be around. She's, like I said, very family oriented, which is something that I love coming from a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just great to be around. She brings her kids to things, she'll bring them to practice, which I think is great. And they're so much fun. And when we would do scrimmages and stuff, they would get to play, they would get to hit.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it was just really cute. And I've always had a great relationship with her. It's not mother-daughter because obviously we're kind of yes, she's above me, but we're kind of on the same level. So it's almost I don't want to say older sister, but kind of like that.
Yeah.
But she was cool. And we talked about, she would go to mass with us, which was awesome. She's very understanding. You could always go into her office.
Beautiful. With
anything. We would have coaches meetings, player meetings with the coaches every other week.
Yeah.
So we'd go in there, talk about school, talk about life, talk about softball.
Yeah.
And she always she wants to get to know you as a person.
Yeah.
And she cares about you as a player, obviously.
So a player's coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was, again, another thing I was drawn to when she was recruiting me.
Yeah.
Because I Yeah, I would have loved to go D1 and go to, a big school and whatnot, but a lot of those coaches run it like a business, and that's just not something that I was interested in.
Yep, absolutely. So. Well said. And then let me ask you, obviously it sounds like she really cared for you guys. And players coach. What about, how did she balance, like, when it was time to, sometimes you have to coach, and you got to say some hard things to people. What was her balance there?
She wasn't afraid to, if she needed to yell at us, she would yell at us. Yeah. But we all had so much respect for her.
But she knew that there was love behind it.
Yeah.
It's easier to take it when you know that there's love behind it.
Yeah, because we all knew that she cared about us.
Yeah.
And cared about us as people. And she wasn't just focused on our softball performance.
Yeah.
So when
that's cool.
We did get yelled at, I remember this year, we were in the dome and we were scrimmaging and I was on first base and I was talking to our first base coach, Dan, and I put my hands up like this because I was talking to him. And then Shannon yelled at me. She was like, "Rosie, take a lap." I was like, "What? What did I do?" So I was running a lap around all of the turf at the,
not knowing what you did?
Not knowing what I was like, "What did I do?" And I was like almost crying because I had never been yelled at like that by her. And she was like, "Don't throw your hands up at me like that." I was like, "Oh, okay. I was talking to Dan. I'm sorry. But yeah, she'll get down to business." And that was the first time I've ever been yelled at by her. And the last, thankfully. Well, I don't want to say the last because, but.
That's fantastic.
No, she's really serious. But I've heard from previous players that before she had kids, she was even more strict and getting down to business. But
having kids will humble you.
A little bit.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. A little more patient, a little more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, no, she's awesome.
Shout out to Coach Shannon. Got a lot of love for her.
Mm-hmm.
And now a few words from our sponsors. We are also brought to you by Body Symmetry, located at 2201 West White Oaks Drive, Springfield, Illinois, 217-793-9972. Find them on Facebook. Find them at bodysymmetry.com. Find them on Instagram. This is, of course, Chad Marshik, a mentor of mine, one of the greatest men that I know. He's had that place open forever. They're incredible. They can train anyone from a Major League Baseball player, which they have, the O'Malleys, the Knadlers, Corey Ronan, all these dudes, Eric Jokic, to your 90-year-old mom. He can do it all. He's amazing with nutrition. He's one of the best people I know. He's got a great team there. They got a great environment going there. Go see Body Symmetry. They're the best. We appreciate y'all. We are proud to be brought to you by GT Performance Consulting. This is, of course, Greg Taylor, former guest, former Springfield High great, played ball at Forest Park, St. Louis, and then Louisville. Had a wild ride through baseball himself where he went through some mental struggles, had the yips, lost his confidence, and he turned it into a life passion to helping other young athletes coming up that are struggling or just wanting to do their best. I mean, we can all get better mentally. And that's one of the biggest regrets from my career is I wish I had started mental training earlier. So I encourage anyone to connect with Greg. He's an awesome guy. He's been through it himself. He's credentialed. He's made this his life passion. Go get a hold of him at connect@gtperformanceconsulting.com or telephone 314-250-4748, gtperformanceconsulting.com. We appreciate your continued support. We are proud to be brought to you by Safe House Home Inspections, Safe House, Illinois. You can find them at safehouseil.com, 217-350-0350. This is, of course, Dave House, the Lane Fear baseball coach, former teammate of mine, just an awesome guy. Like, there's just a kindness to him, a genuineness to him. I love seeing his signs pop up all over the place now. It looks like he's doing some work with the Killebrew team. The best home inspector in Springfield, hands down. They do all kinds of services. He does this with his dad as well. So there's a ton of experience there. Some of the services that they offer are home inspections, termite inspections, radon testing, septic inspections, water quality tests, and then pre-sale home inspections. Go get a hold of them for anything that falls under that umbrella. Dave is an awesome guy, and we continue to love your support. Thanks, my man. We are proud to be brought to you by Flow Yoga, located at 1921 West Isles Avenue, 217-670-2388. You can find them at flowspf.com. The best yoga studio in town, hands down. This was set up by Lindsay Sellinger, the wife of Brad Sellinger, who obviously was a guest SHG grad, football guy, baseball guy, just a really awesome dude. He had an amazing story, but I do think this is the best yoga studio in town for meditation. They've got all kinds of different entities or modalities of yoga. Yoga was something that I actually used during my career to stay limber, stay loose, battle stress and anxiety. So worthwhile for any athlete or anyone of any capacity, just trying to be more healthy, in line, and move. So we appreciate you, Flow Yoga. Namaste. Maybe you've already touched on it, but was it important for you to play both ways?
Yeah. I think I never wanted to be a PO.
Yeah.
Like I also think even if I hadn't been a good hitter, I think like not hitting or playing the field would just be a waste of my speed.
Yeah, athleticism, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think I didn't really specialize as a pitcher until my junior year of high school.
Okay.
So I was doing everything. I played a lot of outfield in high school too.
Yeah.
So I've played pretty much every position.
But not your favorite position, outfield?
No. No. Oh my. I don't
Not
know.
a fan?
No. There was a game this spring. I'm surprised my mom didn't tell you about this. Maybe she did, but I was playing right field. There was a game. The ball was hit over my head, like kind of over my head, but I could have gotten to it. But I was like, I had not taken a fly ball since like last year.
Yep.
Took a terrible route, went straight over my head, and my mom said she was just cracking up in the stands just watching me. And then she would like every once in a while she would just remind me of that and then just start laughing again. And she was just like just cracking up over this terrible route that I took. I was like, I am obviously not an outfielder.
That's lost on people. I know people think you can just go to the outfield and just you have to take a lot of reps out there.
Yeah.
No,
if I would have been able to take more reps, then yeah, I would have been fine.
Yep.
And I played a bit of outfield my freshman year, a bit more than I did this year, thankfully. But yeah, it's not super easy. And the same thing, like I think going from outfield to infield is probably a little harder just because, taking a ground ball it's a lot different off of dirt and then it is off of grass. But
absolutely. I transitioned from shortstop to center field in college.
Yeah.
I remember when I first went out there, I was like, oh, I'm just a really good athlete. I'll figure this out. And I remember being humbled many times on taking terrible routes or not getting a good jump or not getting a good read off the bat.
Yeah.
You really have to take a lot of reps to get good
do.
at that. It's not as easy as people think it is.
No.
So respect to the outfielders.
Yes.
Tell me, you already touched on this a little bit, but how was your transition from high school softball dominating to Division II?
It was hard.
Yeah.
I think the hitting aspect was a lot harder than the pitching aspect because like if you throw hard, you throw hard. Like it'll be harder to hit no matter what. But going from facing high school pitching to college pitching, like the GLVC is a really competitive conference.
Yeah, solid, yeah.
Yeah. So I always faced a lot of really good pitchers. So that was tough. But it wasn't as hard to transition from pitching in high school to pitching in college. I, like Shannon said, mainly my freshman year, I was just kind of like a closer.
Yeah.
So I would pitch like 1 or 2 innings at a time.
Did you like that role?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was, I think I ended up, I don't know with how many innings, like 50 something maybe. I'm not sure.
64 innings, 1.08 ERA.
Okay, yeah.
Just dealing.
Yeah. But I also think it helped that I only threw a couple innings at a time because they didn't really have the opportunity to get used to me, which was good. But yeah. And also just the workload difference in college is crazy. Like we lift 5 days out of the week and practice 6 days out of the week in the spring. It's a full-time job. It really is
a full-time job. And then trying to manage the academics on top of that. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, so that was a bit of an adjustment, but yeah. Okay. I think I did okay.
Yeah, solid freshman year.
Yeah.
I just mentioned that the ERA, it looked like you were kind of coming in. You had 3 pitchers, it looked like.
Yes.
Reagan Miles and then Taylor Zawacki hit 241, 36 stolen bases. Were there any memories that stand out to you about your freshman year or anything that you want to touch on? Anything like that?
Not really. I mean, we had a solid group of like captains and seniors and everything that kind of helped acclimate us to college softball. So that was really helpful.
Okay.
But
I've got a cool Reagan clip then. How about that?
Okay.
Here we go. And this will lead us into it. And she was great too. I really enjoyed talking with her. Yeah. And she was really great with my daughter at the UIS camp this past summer. Thea was the youngest girl there, and she's feeling a little off about it, but Reagan was really great with her. Like, let her kind of tailor around a little bit. Yeah, she was awesome. So shout out to her. And congrats on that new job too.
Yes.
Here we go. Tell me about then Rosie as a pitcher, like why she was so successful, the pitches that she used, how she attacked hitters, anything you got there.
Yeah. So obviously she throws really, really hard. I want to say her junior year, and my mind's just still blown at this. We were at practice and we were doing scrimmages, and she probably warmed up like an hour before she actually threw. So she had an hour gap, and we had her on the gun at 68 miles per hour. Oh. And we just did that because we were like, listen, you're throwing so hard in games, and we just want to know how hard you're throwing. So easily she was probably hitting 70 miles per hour in a game.
Wow. Yeah.
And which it just blows my mind because you don't see that in D2. And so it was really, really great to see that out of her and how much talent we can have at the D2 level, especially in Springfield from a local. It was amazing.
Absolutely.
And then what she was throwing, she really was working off of 3 pitches. She had 2 pitches leading up into probably her senior year. She didn't have a changeup that worked consistently until her senior year. And we were really, really working hard on trying to find something that felt good for her or something that was consistent. She was mostly working a drop ball and a rise ball. Obviously, her rise ball is amazing. That's what gets a lot of her strikeouts is her rise ball. It just jumps at the perfect place. Like once it gets up to your chest, it just jumps slightly last minute. It's so beautiful. And that's what helped her a lot.
Okay.
But whenever she had that changeup, she went home for Christmas break. She came back, had an amazing changeup. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I didn't tell her anything. She just went in, did it herself. And
that's cool.
And that's just her. She just wants to go in and do it. She's like, I'm going to figure it out myself, and she worked hard. She was in there every single day and she figured it out. And that really helped her. So she was working off of 3 pitches pretty much her whole entire career. And it clearly worked out great for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. And then she also shared another story. I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to play it right now, but about when you were a freshman and maybe I did put that out already, but she said you were incredibly motivating to her because you showed up and you were just like this skinny little freshman and throwing super hard. Yeah. And she's like, shoot, I got to start throwing harder. I got to start working harder. So it motivated her to like get on her game a little bit too, watching you do your thing. All right. Here we go. Reagan, you as an athlete. Anything, if you haven't already touched it, but just her as multiple people have talked about how awesome she was as an athlete. Do you have anything else to add there?
She honestly, we talked about her injuries and how hard she's worked and she's pushed through them so well. And I remember 2025, we were in the conference championship game and I always go in the bullpen with them and I'm always kind of talking like, hey, how do you feel? Are you ready? Let's get our pitches ready. And she was dealing with a lot of arm stuff like in her forearm and it was really painful for her. And I don't know how she did it. I feel like baseball players may be done for the season with what she went through. Yeah. But she really pushed through it. And she came up to me while she was warming up. She's like, Reagan, she's like, it just hurts really bad. And I felt like she was like on the verge of tears. And she's like, it just hurts really, really bad. And I was like, kind of worried for her. She's like, but I'm going to pitch. Like it just changed. She's like, well, I'm going to go. She's like, no, I'm pitching. I was like, okay, cool. And she went out there and it just clicked, Yeah. And she just turned into a gamer. And she said, well, my adrenaline will kick in. I'll be fine. And it did. Oh, she pitched the game of her life. And we didn't come out with a win in that game. But still, she did everything in her power to get us to that point. And we gave her a break for the summer. We said, hey, don't pitch this summer. You'll be fine. And that's why we got that. Our second pitcher, Callista. That pitched a lot more innings. That we were like, we promise we're going to get you somebody to help you out a little bit. And so they complement each other really, really well, too.
You got any comments on that? What a cool story.
Yeah, well... Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I was dealing with a lot of arm pain and just issues a lot this year. That started like probably towards the last quarter of the season last year. And it was to the point where like I couldn't sleep.
Really?
Like it was keeping me up at night, just throbbing. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
But, I've never been a quitter. Like, I've never been the type to just roll over and give up. No. I was like, I'm going to pitch. I know it's going to hurt, but I have nothing to lose. Like, if I blow out my elbow, whatever, it's fine. I will never have to pitch again in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I have, especially this year, I was like, yes, I am in so much pain, but this is my last chance.
Yeah.
And I literally have nothing to lose. So, like the last half of the season this year, I was to the point where I wouldn't practice.
Really?
I just couldn't. Like, I would
just resting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would help out at practice. Obviously, like I would run bases and stuff like that, and like field ground balls.
Okay.
But I would not throw. I would not hit because it just hurt so bad.
Irritated it all day. Wow.
So, like, I would practice like maybe one day a week, like very lightly.
Really?
And then I would just play in the games.
Now, if your elbow is hurting from your underhand motion, does it also hurt throwing overhand too?
Yeah, but it honestly, I don't know. I don't think it was as bad overhand, just because I also don't. It's not as hard for me to throw overhand. Like it's not as much stress on my body, just because I don't like. I'm not trying to throw as hard as I can to first base.
Right.
Whereas I'm trying to throw as hard as I can when I pitch.
Okay.
But yeah. So.
Tell me about Coach Reagan Miles.
Oh, she's awesome. So I played with her when I was a freshman. She was a senior.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So
she was a big deal. She was like she
was good. Yeah.
Player of the year at Rochester, like dominated.
And then she was female athlete of the year at UIS. So I think it was really fun getting to see player Reagan and then Coach Reagan.
Yeah.
So it was like she was kind of like my friend when I was a freshman.
Right.
And then when she started coaching us, like she was my friend, but we can't really have that same friend relationship.
Yeah, it's a change.
Because she was obviously like a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, she was awesome.
She do a good job balancing that?
Yes.
Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like she would still like joke around with us and everything, but we would listen to her and we respected her.
Yeah.
And she just knows a lot about pitching. Like she'll give lessons at TBSA.
Right.
She's been doing that for a long time. But yeah, she was a lot of fun. And it's nice to have somebody like who can relate to you. Like she had been in my shoes before. Yeah, obviously.
Not
she
that
played
long ago.
4 years of softball at UIS. But yeah, she's great. She also like she's very encouraging. She knows like the right things to say. Like I wouldn't really get super anxious or anything ever when I was pitching, but if I did, she knows exactly what to say. Like she would always tell me like, hey, you're a really good pitcher. You have nothing to worry about.
Love that. Yeah. Your mom talked about how kind of stoic you were out there. And, you know, even if she showed up to your games, like she would have no idea if you were throwing a no-hitter or getting beat up.
Yep.
Like had no
That
clue.
was another thing that my dad was big on. He was like, you have to, he would call it my game face. You have to have your game face on. Like, I don't want to know the score. If I look at you, I shouldn't be able to tell if you're up by 10 or down by 10. But I think that was something that I had to work on a little bit, just to perfect like I don't want to say nonchalant, but it is kind of nonchalant. Like I don't care what happens right now. I'm just gonna pitch the ball.
Mom said you never would ever show up players if they made errors or show any frustration or emotion.
No, because I know that could be me. Like
100%, right?
And I will admit, like I'm not the best infielder. Like I had my fair share of errors, but if I make an error and then my pitcher is visibly upset, like I don't want to feel terrible like that. So I just it's not that big of a deal. Like you're gonna make mistakes,
right?
And I made mistakes all the time, so there's no use in being frustrated with your own teammate.
What did you realize after your freshman year? What did you need to work on after that?
I think, well, hitting wise, I obviously didn't have the best year.
Right.
But also, I realized, I think, how many stolen bases did I have? 30-something? 36?
36, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I hit below 300, but I still had 36 stolen bases.
That's why Shannon said you had to be in the lineup.
Yes, that is, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, I know I can improve from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, hitting, I really had to focus on that. And then the summer after my freshman year, I had an ankle injury, so I sprained my ankle and was like out of commission for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do much, but I also just stayed in the weight room for 4 years, like consistently.
And you like lifting, don't you?
Yes, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. That's what Jared said.
But yeah, so I think that was one of the main things that helped me.
Okay.
And I like, the more I was in the weight room and like conditioning and everything, like the harder I threw.
Yeah.
The harder I could hit the ball, the faster I got. Like typically for women, like you peak like speed and power kind of peak in high school.
Really?
Or like, yeah. So like it's not really common for you to get faster in college.
Do you feel like you did?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Because we would time.
You think that's from your weight room work?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also like over the past like 2-ish years, I've really dialed in like nutrition and all that and just lifestyle and just focused on, getting healthier.
Yeah.
And that
the
people don't like, I think a lot of people underestimate how important sleep and hydration and nutrition are because it makes a world of difference.
I totally agree with you. We're going to circle back to some strength and conditioning stuff, but I texted you this just personally one time because I didn't know what the answer was. But for college baseball players that are wanting to get better, wanting to play at the next level, like Louis played for the Horseshoes last year, right?
Yeah.
But there's not really a big infrastructure like that for women.
Not really.
So what do women softball players do in the summer to get better?
They have like women's leagues, like in Bloomington. I think they have one.
Right.
I never played in one.
Yeah.
My last summer of travel ball was the summer before I went into college.
Yeah.
But then it's basically just on your own.
Yeah.
Like
so
I would hit and pitch.
Would you take time off or would you still stay after all summer?
No, I would take time off. Well, especially this past summer, I did not touch a ball.
Yeah.
Like I hit a little bit, but I did not throw. I did not pitch just because I needed to recover from that. And honestly, I don't think it made a difference at all because like I'm gonna remember how to pitch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember how to
throw
throw
a fall
overhand
season too, right?
Right. Yeah, and then we start working back up in the fall, and but apart from this summer, like previously, I would pitch a couple days a week. I would hit. Sometimes I would go out to the field with a couple of the other local girls, and we would like hit each other ground balls and stuff like that. But Shannon always told us that the summer was it was really like rest for us. It was supposed to be restful and, you're taking time off because otherwise you're doing this year round.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, like mentally and physically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said.
But yeah. And I always knew like, even if I don't do a ton of softball this summer, we're going to start right back up in August.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have months to get ready for the season.
Okay.
And in my opinion, I think it's more important to stay consistent in the weight room than it is to stay consistent with like doing softball stuff over the summer.
Are you when you would like take time to go hit in the summer? Do you just work off a tee or do you just do flips?
Yeah.
Or what are some of the drills you really like to do?
I would like do some tee work to warm up, and then if I had somebody to front toss me, I would do front toss.
Okay.
Typically, it would be my dad. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I never really liked hitting off machines.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what we do at school.
Okay.
So, in the summer, I kind of just stayed away from that.
Okay.
But yeah, so it would be just tee work and front toss me.
So you find tee work beneficial?
Yeah.
Some people love it or hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely beneficial, especially if you're trying to, dial in your swing or fix a specific thing. You can take out the aspect of having to track a ball.
The timing of it.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some jobs that you've worked in the summer? Like,
so I've worked for Jared. I think I started last winter, really working for him.
Yeah.
Because Louis used to work for him, but then he went away this year. It's kind of the same thing that's happening with me and Antoinette. Like Antoinette's
there's always another Bartletti in line.
Yeah, there's always another one. Yeah. But I've babysat for a long time. Like when I turned 13, I started babysitting.
Yep.
I worked as a waitress at Outback for a while.
Yeah. Were you at Darcy's too?
I was at Dublin.
Dublin
For like 2 years. Yeah. That was really fun. Yeah. I really liked that. I liked working at Dublin much more than I liked working at Outback. Okay. I think that like a chain restaurant versus a local place, it's a lot different.
Okay.
But yeah, that was really fun. I liked being a waitress. Yeah. But I probably won't ever be one again.
Right. Probably not. You don't need to do that
That's like a summer job for a college kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's been the extent of my jobs.
Okay. And then I want to get into some Jared stuff here, but I'm gonna lead you with a Jared clip here.
Okay.
So this was really cool, and I got a ton of cool stuff from Jared. So
okay,
but I'm gonna play one here. This is Rosie as a person. Tell me about, you've obviously been knowing her for a while now, and I know she's babysat your kid. She's been in the gym. She's worked for you. You've trained her. Tell me about Rosie as a person. What stands out? What's unique? What's interesting? Anything there?
Yeah, just a extremely genuine person. Really, as great of an athlete as she is, and as great as she's been in all of her endeavors, athletic endeavors especially, she's an even better person. And that's really what I was most excited to talk about with Rosie. She's just, you meet her parents, and it's pretty obvious where they get it from. She's very she can be very sweet and soft, but you can tell she's also extremely tenacious. Like she was I know she was a ferocious competitor, and probably will still find a way to be ferocious one way or another, in whatever she decides to do, whether it's run or just be done altogether, where she's headed this year. But just a extremely genuine person. Just doesn't have a mean bone in her body, but like I said, has every competitive quality that you could want in an athlete. But at the end of the day, it's all smiles with her, no matter what happens.
Beautifully put. You got anything there?
yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, it's funny what he mentioned about being able to like hand the business over to me.
Yeah.
I worked for the first time yesterday after being gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I noticed like the boxes where we do box jumps, the boxes were like all flipped over. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was thinking to myself, this never would have happened if I were here. And I was like, which is kind of funny, but yeah, no.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you fix them?
No, Jared fixed them. I was like trying not to go over there and just move them. I was like, it's fine.
Driving you crazy?
It's fine. Yeah, but he fixed them, so it was fine. But yeah, no, I did a camp for him over winter break with Kate Feld, one of my old teammates.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when I kind of started working there.
Yeah.
He was like, would you be interested in taking on some hours in the gym? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
So I started, and obviously I'd worked out with him before.
Yeah.
So I knew my way around the programs and how everything worked. And it's a little different now because when I was working out with him, we were not in the same building. We were at Rhino Works.
Yeah.
Which is
a couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny
and then
Reinenberger,
yep.
Springfield firefighter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that when we get a moment. But yeah, so I'm really comfortable like in a gym and around kids, especially. Like that's why I'm gonna be a teacher.
Yeah.
But I think kids respond really well to what I have to say to them. And I say kids, I mean there are high schoolers too. So it's like they're mature enough to but yeah, and babysitting his kids, that's always fun. They're a special bunch for sure. Got a lot of energy. Ty, his second oldest, he gives me a run for my money.
Does he?
Yes. Well, he used to be a lot more energetic than he is now, which is hard to believe, but yeah, they're fun. And Louis, his youngest, who happens to share a name with my brother.
Right.
They didn't name him after my brother. But he's adorable. And then they have Logan, the one girl, and they're very sweet.
Yeah.
And they're good listeners too. They know I mean business.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, he just sings your praises to the high heavens. And then can you tell me about Jared, what he's doing at Washco Strength and Speed? Why is he special trainer? Why is he where everyone goes to him here?
Everybody goes to him. And if you don't, you should.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
Exactly. No, he's great. I started with him, I can't remember, when I was in high school at some point, because my brother and cousin Sam and a couple of other guys their age started with him. And then like a year later, I also started with him because...
Were you training within that group too? Is that like Mitch Dye?
Yeah. Not with them, but like at the same time as them, just, separately.
Right.
But yeah, so he started that up. And I trained with him for all throughout high school. Mm-hmm. And then going into college, and nowadays, like, he's taken on like the overtime and all that, so he's incredibly busy with his 2 businesses.
I don't know how he finds the time.
His 4 kids.
And
his
he's a firefighter.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So now he's kind of taken a step back with like training and everything. So he'll just have me, my sister, and then he has 2 other employees that work for him.
Okay.
So he kind of doesn't do a lot of solo training anymore. It's more just us, and then he is there occasionally.
Okay.
But yeah, he's great. He writes all the programs for all the kids, and like he'll write sport specific programs. Like the baseball and softball players will have like med ball throws that are specific to hitting or throwing or stuff like that, which is great. And like him being an athlete too, like he played baseball, so he knows the ins and outs of
for sure
all that. But yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I think Jared's amazing. What's it like been hearing some of these people talk about you? Is it weird?
It is a little weird.
Yeah,
just because
it's a unique experience.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice to see like the impact that I've had on other people.
Well said.
Which is really special, and I think I'm here to not necessarily to make a name for myself, but to show others that I work hard and I get things done, and I hope I positively impact everybody I interact with. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. And then when I did the Jared Washko story maybe a year or 2 ago, and he shared something in it that I thought was really cool. I'm a big workout guy too, and he said that when you first started coming in, you insisted on doing sumo deadlifts.
Yeah,
you thought they were cool.
Yeah, I did think they were cool. I don't do that anymore. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I deadlifted. I mainly just squat now.
Okay.
And like lunge and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And so
just wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Felt cool.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably that's like along the lines of what my mom was telling you about me just wanting to try everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No,
so that's
for sure. Then circle back. You said you had a funny story about Rhino or.
Oh yeah. So this was before Louie and I started working out with Jared. Our dad took us there. He would work out with us.
Rhino Works?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is where Jared was.
Yeah.
But and then that's kind of how like we started with Jared. Like we would see him there working with the other like high school guys, and then we finally got in on that. But anyway, it was like the 4th of July one year. I don't remember how old I was, but I wasn't that old. I was like 13 maybe. I don't know. But we were doing a workout with Kanan, and there was like other high school boys that were doing it too. And my dad told us like, okay, if you get through this workout, we'll go out on the boat and we'll go tubing and stuff. Cause my grandparents live on the lake and they have a boat and everything. I was like, okay. And these high schoolers that Kanan was working out were like throwing up, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And they were just puking, and I was like scared for my life. That was probably one of the harder workouts I've ever done in my life. But he had us like running up and down the street, and like, oh, it was brutal. He's intense.
Yeah.
But
did you get through it?
I got through it. Yeah, I was fine.
Did you get to go boating?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, let me ask you this. I had a similar experience to you when I went to Lincoln Land Community College and played ball there. I lived at home with my parents.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you, the pros and the cons of that?
I don't think there are any cons.
Really?
I don't think there are. Well, the only con is that I had a curfew, but it was like midnight, and I would not stay out past midnight anyway.
Yeah, nothing good happens after midnight.
No, you're right. But yeah, no, it was great. Like I obviously had a place to sleep for free. I had a place to do my laundry.
That's clean and peaceful, and like, it's not a college dorm or apartment that's all crazy and people, being wild.
Yeah. And my mom is an excellent cook. Yeah. And she would make all my meals, and it was really, really nice to be at home. I stayed on campus my freshman year.
You were in the dorm for 1 year, right?
And it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So then I came back home, and it's been really nice. I'm kind of sad to leave this fall, honestly.
Leaving the nest.
Yeah.
No. Are you going to live with your sister? Where do you go?
No, I am living with a couple other girls, and she has some roommates too. So, but we'll be close.
Okay.
So.
Do you see yourself coming back to Springfield after it's all said and done? That's where you want to be?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Well, maybe not where I want to end up, but yeah, I will come back.
Okay.
And probably like find a teaching job somewhere here.
What is your emphasis teaching wise? What are you looking at? Like
my degree is 1 through 6.
Okay.
So, but I think I want to teach in a Catholic school.
Okay.
So if I do,
just like Mama,
it doesn't matter. Like my degree is 1 through 6, but I could teach kindergarten or I could teach 8th grade. They don't really care that much.
Okay. Move on to sophomore year here then. Hit 248, 3 triples, 25 stolen bases. On the mound, looked like you had 3 pitchers again. Pretty evenly split though. 3.85, 8 and 8, 96 innings, 82 strikeouts. What were some memories from this year? What stood out or anything?
I mean, just based on the numbers, that wasn't really a standout year for me. Like I was kind of transitioning from a relief role to like I would start more games. And that was a transition for me for sure because, once they see you once or twice, they can like start hitting you.
Yeah.
And I threw hard then, but I didn't throw super hard. I didn't start throwing really hard until last year. But that honestly was not a super memorable year for me.
Okay.
I hit a little better than I did my freshman year. I think I ended up having less stolen bases though.
Yep. 25, so a little bit less.
Yeah, but not super memorable.
Okay. The not memorable year.
No.
Okay. Let me ask you this then about the balance between Shannon and like Reagan, or like it sounds like there was a year where Shannon did all the pitching stuff.
Yeah, that was my sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she turned it over to Reagan?
Yes.
So how did they balance that in terms of, obviously Shannon is this high level pitcher, knows so much about pitching. Also, Reagan was this great pitcher and she's the pitching coach. How did they delegate and balance that back and forth?
So last year and this year, Reagan would do the majority, like basically all of the pitching, like the coaching.
Yeah.
But Shannon would obviously talk to her.
Yeah.
And, give her input. And then Shannon would be the one who would call pitches during games.
And on PitchCom?
Yeah.
A little thing?
So starting last year, we had like little watches, which was so nice because originally
you like that?
I love it because I can't miss a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. But originally we had like wristbands that had a bunch of numbers on them and I would have to like find the number. It was just so stressful for me. I would rather like do the numbers or whatever. But yeah, no, the watches are great. I think.
Well, would it just like, this is way past my time. Would it just say like fastball inside or like
rise ball inside or rise ball outside or
really?
Yeah.
And you just look down at it?
Yeah. And just read it. So as long as you can
and the catcher's getting the same thing?
Yep.
Really? Fascinating.
We did have a little bit of trouble with them just because, it's technology. You could never trust it.
Right.
But yeah, no, that was great.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then I want to play a couple Rachel clips.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like talking to her. She's got, I don't know
sweet.
why. Yeah, she's very sweet.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why I like the way she talks. I don't know how else to put it.
She's intelligent. She's definitely super mature too.
Okay, yeah. And she was just a freshman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the first one. You as a pitcher. Tell me about her as a pitcher. What made her so successful? Anything that stands out to you there?
Rosie's a beast as a pitcher. She is awesome. Mechanically, she's great.
Yeah.
She really developed a changeup her last couple years, really. When I had got there, they told me that she had never had a changeup before, that it was just straight heat. And we actually used her changeup a lot this year to get people out. It was great.
So tell me about her. What all pitches did she throw? And anything about her repertoire there?
She has a lot of up movement, so she's mainly a rise ball pitcher, but she can just throw so hard that a lot of girls we played struggle. She has a drop ball, and then, of course, she had just developed that changeup, but really that up and down movement, it killed people.
Really? Yeah, it's interesting. So Shannon said that Rosie threw really hard. Like she had a very, live arm, but that not a ton of movement.
I would say as the season went on, she had to throw more, so it wasn't a crazy amount of movement, but we did really try to work her up and down. We'd use her rise ball and then we'd use her drop ball.
And then how would you compare her velocity-wise to a lot of the other pitchers within D2 that you guys saw or played against?
She's definitely, I'd say, one of the fastest pitchers.
Yeah.
She's probably maybe a little bit faster than Sammy Huck from McKendree. So she's definitely up there with one of the fastest.
Was she like upper 60s or how hard was she throwing?
I'm thinking it's got to be upper 60s. They would clock her and stuff, but they never told us what she would clock in at. But she definitely, especially compared to our other girls, she throws really hard.
And she was so appreciative too when I talked to her about She said that Shannon just like randomly kind of threw her. You guys started throwing together in the fall, and then you guys just had like a nice connection, and then she just got to keep catching you.
Yeah,
she's like your personal catcher.
Yes,
in a way.
Yeah, no, she was awesome. And I think she was also super appreciative of like my leadership role, kind of, because I helped her. She was a freshman this year, obviously, so college was new to her. So I kind of helped her through,
Took her under your wing
the freshman struggles or whatever.
Absolutely, but, good for you.
Yeah. No, she's a really good catcher. She has a really good arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked playing with her. I wish I got more than a year, but yeah.
I got another clip for you to play here. It's you as a hitter,
okay.
Rachel. Then tell me about her as a hitter. Obviously, she paced you guys an average, hit 3 bombs this year, stole 1 million bases for you. Tell me about her as a hitter and as an offensive weapon.
She's an all-around athlete. Yeah. She can lay a bunt down, and she's so fast. I mean, she can beat it out every single time, but she is really great at hitting. She's very aggressive in the box, and she does know what she's looking for. So she just can go after it, and she gets what she wants. And of course, she's an amazing base stealer. We've seen that all year long. She's untouchable.
Right. Tell me about that. I mean, it looks like she was like 49 of like 51 or so. Like, pretty much can go whenever she wants to. Tell me about her base stealing ability and like what that was like for you guys.
Really? I think she had the green light anytime she was on base. If she wasn't hitting doubles or her home runs, anytime she had gotten on base, she had the green light to go whenever she wanted to. And her record shows like no one can touch her. And if they did, it was a miracle for the other team.
I like the way she talks. I don't know what it is. Is it a little country or something? Or?
A little bit, yeah. She's from like Barry, Illinois, which is
it's tiny.
Yeah.
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 Shout out to Rachel. I really appreciate her being a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's move on to your junior year here then.
Okay.
2025, third on the team in batting average, 319, 6 doubles, 5 triples, 31 steals. Why do you feel like you made kind of a big jump here offensively?
Yeah, I think it was really like taking the stride away is what helped the most. Yeah, because in like at least for me, like the less things I had to worry about or focus on, like the better I was going to be.
Mm-hmm. Simplify.
So once I didn't have to worry about my feet or didn't have to worry about like I used to like move my bat around a lot, and I don't do that. Well, I don't play anymore, but I didn't do that as much.
Yeah, you were relatively still up there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think just simpler is better.
Okay.
So that helped a lot. I just started doing like a lot of solo work, stuff on my own, like tee work, I think is really helpful.
Tell me about your hitting philosophy. Like, what were you up there? Were you looking for certain pitches? Or like in baseball, sometimes people will like, hey, I'm going to split the plate in half. I'm looking only inside. Or were you looking to drive it a certain way? Or what were you thinking? Tell me that.
The pitch I hit the hardest is like high and out. That's always been my best pitch.
Where are you hitting that pitch to?
Usually like center field.
Okay.
So if it's low and out, I'll hit it more to right field, but the higher it gets, like the more I'll take it towards center.
Okay.
But I don't really like hitting inside pitches that much, especially if it's like low and inside. I would not swing at that
not
unless I had to. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, absolutely not. So, yeah. But I loved swinging at the high pitches.
Yeah. Those are your pitches? That's the one?
Yeah. Probably more than I should. Like, at least, like, once a game, I would swing at a pitch that was probably, like, a foot over my head. And then I'd be like, okay, what am I doing? And then Shannon would just look at me like,
come on now.
Seriously?
Come on.
But, yeah. No, I like stuff that's up in the zone.
Okay.
And then, like, outer half.
Okay. And were you looking for specific pitches, or were you just...
No.
Just reacting?
Just reacting.
That's what you saw?
I think, like, I have a pretty good reaction time. Like,
you're a twitchy athlete.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
What size bat did you use?
I used a 33 drop 10 up through last year, and then I switched to a 34 drop 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the bigger bat?
I don't know. Honestly, I think what it was is my sophomore year, the bat I wanted to use, another girl was using it, so we had the same bat and a 34, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll try it.
I want my own bat.
So then it's really not that much different.
Yeah.
And I had gotten strong enough to where it didn't make a huge difference. Okay. But just having that extra inch gave me a little bit more, like I was able to reach more.
Did you ever choke up?
If I had 2 strikes, I would choke up.
Did you?
Or if I was like facing a really fast pitch.
You wore batting gloves, didn't you?
Yeah, I did this year. I had like the baby blue, like.
Yeah.
I don't remember what brand they were. Rawlings, maybe.
Okay.
But I haven't always worn batting gloves. I don't think I did much of the year last year.
Why'd you switch?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No specific reason. Just
did it.
Well, I think I started with them because like usually after I take a break, like my calluses will go away. And then I'll want the batting gloves so that I don't rip up my hands. Sure. And then I just stuck with them because I don't know. I liked them and they were cute. So.
Did you use any kind of like do like girls in softball use like the pine tar sticks or anything like that?
No,
or nothing? Just
I don't think I've ever seen anybody use pine tar for softball. But for pitching, I did have like the Gorilla gold towel, which is sticky.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't transfer over to the ball, so like it makes your hands sticky.
You found that helpful for you?
Yeah. So I wouldn't use like rosin or anything. I would use that.
Okay. And then this year, I mean, obviously you had a monster year pitching. 189 innings. That's crazy.
Yeah.
21-10, 2.26 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 236 strikeouts versus 40 walks. Absolutely dominant. Was it cool being like the main pitcher? And like, what are your memories from this?
Yeah. No, I just remember like halfway through the season, Shannon was talking to me and was like, hey, we're going to need you to step up. Like, we don't have a ton of pitching right now. I need you to get it done. And I was like, okay.
Got it.
Because obviously I'm not going to say no to her. Yeah. And it's something that I wanted to do. Yeah. So I just kept pitching more and more. And then I was finding myself like throwing both games of the doubleheader. And I was like,
are you gassed after that? How do you feel?
Not really. Because like I've been like pretty good condition. Like I don't really get super tired. Like obviously my arm will be sore and I'll be tired, but not like exhausted to the point of I couldn't pitch anymore. But yeah.
Do you ice or heat or anything like that? Is that helpful for you?
Ice typically after games and then
like on your elbow?
Yeah, like elbow and then sometimes forearm.
Okay.
Sometimes shoulder. But I never really had any shoulder issues, which was a miracle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would ice after games and then like all throughout the week I would be in the training room and then we would do a bunch of different stuff. We never really found anything that actually helped that much.
Really? Just
but it was nice to just like, you know, get in there and do something. Like we would do electric stim and like my least favorite thing to do was dry needling.
Oh yeah.
But we would do that and it would help, but I hate needles.
Yeah.
And then we would do cupping and scraping and
doing it all, trying to get right.
Stuff like that, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And now a few words from our sponsors. Hey y'all, last but not least, we are brought to you by Arrow Swing or Arrow Bat. Head on over to arrow/swing.com and use code PGS10 to get 10% off your order. And I deeply believe in these guys. I have the baseball bat trainer, I have the golf trainer, and I have the hybrid trainer. And I don't think there is a better tool out there to prime your nervous system or to teach moving efficiently with speed and power through space. It is a true bat speed unlock device. I really believe in them. Like I said before, I'm not pimping myself out. I wouldn't say I believe in a product unless I truly did. So Arrow Swing's awesome. I wish I had this during my career, but you can have it now. Use code PGS10 to get 10% off your order. We appreciate y'all. We are proud to be brought to you by the Springfield Shamrocks baseball and softball organization here in Springfield, Illinois. That is ran by Chad Carter. Great dude, great baseball guy, local dude. And then also my boy, former guest, Walt Patton, pro, is within that organization too. He's coaching some teams. I just think this is the finest organization here in town. They're at Overtime Training Academy. They've got a ton of good people, coaching-wise, baseball dudes within the organization. They've got 8U all the way up on both sides, softball and baseball. You can find them at springfieldshamrocks@gmail.com. Find them on Facebook as Fans of Springfield Shamrocks Baseball and Softball.com. What a great organization to be a part of. We appreciate your continued support. We are proud to be brought to you by Hurwitz Enterprises. You can find them at 217-544-4022. Hurwitz/enterprises.com. They will take care of anything you could possibly think of when it comes to commercial real estate. This is, of course, the Hurwitz family, a true baseball family. All the boys played college baseball. Henry was one of my favorite teammates of all time at Lincoln Land, also a Southeast standout. Jake played at Southeast and Illinois College, and then Mikey played at SHG and for the Fighting Illini at U of I. Love all those guys. Great family. The dad's great. The mom's great. They've done some amazing things for the community, the sports community here in Springfield, and they continue to support us. So we appreciate y'all. Go see them for all your commercial real estate property needs. Thank you. We are proud to be supported by the Kaiser family. This is our one-of-one family that supports us. This is Ryan and Mandy Kaiser, a true baseball family. Their son Landon is doing his thing right now, coming up in travel baseball. Ryan deeply loves the game. He's turned his garage into like a Wrigley Field viewing area. And Mandy is the number one stat keeper in the greater Springfield area. She's incredible. She coaches. She helps out with teams coming up. They got Addie Kay, their daughter, who's a nice little athlete too. But just love this family, and they've been supporting us. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And then, was there anything that you felt like after this year, I mean, a monster year for you, that you wanted to improve on going into your senior year? Or do you feel like you were just pretty solid?
Hitting again.
A little better? Yeah.
I think, well, my batting average slowly improved throughout the years, but
yeah.
Pitching, I was very happy with where I was at, like numbers wise. Physically, obviously, I was struggling a little bit just because my arm was hurting, but no, I think, like you said, Shannon just told me to take the summer off.
Yep. Okay.
So,
and then during your career, did you ever do any like mental training or read any books in that realm, sports psychology, anything like that, or anything?
Not really.
Okay.
I've never really struggled with
that part of it,
performance anxiety or any of that. I just I think like prayer has been a big thing for me, especially. But other than that, I haven't really touched any of that.
Yeah. Speaking of like performance anxiety, I felt stressed out following Louis' season this year.
Yeah. Oh, me too. My mom was so stressed.
Yes, I know. We were texting back and forth during it. I was like, "Are you doing okay?" Like,
yeah. No, it was bad.
For those of you guys that don't know, Louis made the transition to Division I this year, William and Mary, and like first couple games did well, and then really slumped hard.
Yes.
Like really had a rough.
Month.
Yeah, and then had like. He was arguably the best hitter in Division I baseball the last month. Like, just was crazy.
Yeah.
So he had a roller coaster of a season.
Yeah, and he ended up hitting over 300.
Yeah.
So.
And a bunch of home runs, and he just did fantastic. But it was stressful. I was texting your mom about it. And she was all stressed out about it too.
She was very stressed.
Oh, as a mama, for sure. That's tough to watch your kid, go through some stuff. But that's awesome that he bounced back and that he didn't quit or didn't fold.
Yeah.
He kept going.
Yep. He's not a quitter either.
Nope. Some Bartlettis don't quit, do they?
Nope.
Okay. So senior year, led the team in batting average, 346, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 49 stolen bases, pitching wise, 2.07 ERA, 12-9, 122 strikeouts, shared the pitching duties with Callista, how do I say this? Stallhut. And Alexis Carroll?
Yes.
Okay. What stands out from this year for you? Your last year in softball?
Yeah, no, it was just a lot of fun. I knew a lot was going to be expected of me just based on my performance last year.
Yeah.
But that was fine. I do well under pressure. Yeah, so pitching, I knew that I was going to have more help because...
Was that a relief?
It was major relief, yes. Shannon
Especially
got
when still hurting,
yeah. And then Lexi, who was hurt last year, was able to pitch a little bit for us this year, which was very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was... I knew that this was my final season. Like I don't have anything to lose at this point. So I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens.
Were there moments where you were like, oh, this is the last time I'm going to do this? Or was there anything like that? Like just a realization? Or
Yeah. I think in our last game in the tournament this year, when I got my last hit, I was like, okay, that's probably my last time I'm ever going to swing a bat during a softball game. So but it wasn't super emotional for me. I mean, I cried after the game just because I was upset that it was over, and I was upset that I was done playing with my friends. But even looking back now, I'm not like, I knew it was time to be done.
It's like the natural ending for it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I got a great one here. I'm gonna play Ellen. Another Ellen clip here for you.
Okay.
Favorite moments. Do you have any favorite, just like on-field memories of her? Just, you can pick high school, Little League, college, anything. Anything stand out to you that you just think is cool?
Her very first team, she played in the SBSA, Is that what it's called?
SSBA?
SSBA. Yes,
League,
Southwest, yeah. And she was on the Phillies. Okay. This was coach pitch baseball.
Yeah.
She was 8. This was a summer after 2nd grade. And she was in the pitcher's position. The coach was pitching. The other team's coach was pitching. And they got 3 outs frequently, or maybe not frequently. Occasionally, her team would get 3 outs because she would field the ball and run and step on home for the force out.
Really?
She would get, like, once the bases were loaded, then, okay, now I'll just get it and run home. So that was entertaining. I think one of my favorites was this season. She pitched a 3-pitch inning.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. What's that even called?
I don't know.
I know like an immaculate inning is like 9 pitches or whatever, but 3-pitch inning.
3 pitches.
That's pretty cool.
And I loved that because she was so happy, and her Shannon and Reagan and all of the coaches. I mean, it was just, everybody was happy. Even people on the other team were like, woo, way to go. It was just.
You don't see that, right?
No, it was sweet. I liked that. There was a moment, I have this video. It was her junior year, the GLVC tournament in Peoria. They were down to their last strike. They were about to lose to Maryville. She was batting, I don't remember if it was 0-2 or 1-2, but she had 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. I don't remember. It was top of the 7th. She hit a triple and tied it. And there's a picture, maybe you've seen this picture, but it's from behind, and it's of Rosie standing on third base and Shannon with her arms wrapped around her. Yeah. And then in the background, you see the dugout, and there are the faces, just the joy.
Yeah.
You know, that's this, if there's not joy, it makes it.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. But there's one teammate who's off the ground jumping like
excited.
It's I'll have to share that picture with you.
I know I've seen it before, but I'd like to find that again. It's just perfect.
It's awesome. I'll share that with you.
I love it.
So, there's a lot of potential to bring joy to people's lives when you take what God has given you and work with it.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
And she has done that. And hopefully she will enjoy the next sport that she's
moving on into track for a year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your mom is so incredible. I had never really got a chance to really talk with her. It's always just like in passing, like, hey, how you doing? How are the kids? But like to sit down with her and really hear her talk about life and parenting and you guys I was blown away. What a just amazing person. Does anything jump out to you there? Any of those stories or anything you want to talk about?
No, I still remember my triple that she talked about.
Was that Olivia jumping in the background in that picture? I think it was.
No, I think it was Sophie.
Okay.
She's like literally off the ground. Like and if she hasn't sent you that picture, I'll
She did. It's amazing. Okay, no, it's beautiful. Yeah.
But that was hilarious. Like it was an elimination game, so if we lost, we were going to be done.
Yeah.
And we were losing 3-0, and the bases were loaded. I was up. I think I took the first pitch. It was a strike, and then I swung and missed. And I was like, oh my gosh, just please don't let it be me. I don't want to be the one to end this game. And then I don't think I even saw the pitch. I swung and hit a triple. And then I was standing on third base, like dumbfounded that just happened. And then Shannon gave me a hug, and it was the week that all the stuff with the Chatham stuff happened, so everybody was so emotional already, and I was like crying on third base. I was like, no way, this just happened. And then we ended up winning that game on a walk-off. So that was incredible. But my grandpa, my mom's dad, always films all my at-bats, and then he'll send it to me so I can watch it. And then he had filmed that one and sent it to me, and you could hear my mom in the background just screaming, and then you can see her pop out on the bottom and she's jumping up and down.
She's losing it?
Yes. No, apart from my grandpa's, I think my mom is definitely like my biggest fan. So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you just mentioned the Chatham thing, and I texted you this earlier this year. When I went and watched you guys play, I noticed that you wore a red ribbon in your hair, and that was Chatham, right?
We started wearing those. It was the week of like the Monday of the week of the conference tournament last year, I think is when it happened. So we wore the red ribbons for that week. And then I just kept wearing it.
It was a nice touch.
Yeah, and I'll probably wear it at Benedictine too because their colors are red and black.
I love that.
So
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Great memories there.
Yes.
What would you say was your least favorite and your favorite season in softball?
Like in college?
You can add high school if you want to, or you can add Little League, whatever you want to do.
Okay. I don't know that I had a least favorite, honestly.
Okay. Well, what was your favorite then?
My favorite, I really liked last season, especially like the conference tournament. That was like the best week of my life. It was so much fun. And we got to stay at the Embassy Suites in Peoria.
Oh, cool.
And they have like an omelet bar.
Oh, yeah?
So the breakfast was so good. I was like, that was the best part of it, honestly.
Pumped about those omelets?
Yes, it was so good. And then we just had so much fun that week. And obviously, like, it was a very emotional time for our team.
Yeah.
And especially Shannon, because one of her best friends lost a daughter in that. But yeah, it was so much fun. And then this season too, like, I don't know, I enjoy it all. I really, enjoy the moment because obviously now I'm done. So you have to live in the moment and, take the wins where you can get them, but, learn from the losses. And,
Amen.
Yep.
And I already asked you about your bat. Was there a model that you liked or anything like that?
Yeah, in high school, I would use LXTs, which is Louisville Slugger. That's like all I used. And then coming into college, I started using Rawlings. It's either Mantra or Mantra. I don't know.
Did you guys have a team bats? You had to use Rawlings? Or
no.
You use whatever you wanted?
We did get team bats, but we got Ghosts. That's what most of the girls used. I just never liked it. I don't know. And then LXTs, Louisville, and then a couple Rawlings. And I was the only person who used that bat.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I loved it. And everybody else who swung it was like, this feels like a piece of sheet metal. I hate it. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is great. But yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you about your glove, but something just piqued in my mind. What does Rosie B get on an omelet? What's a Rosie B omelet?
Like everything?
Yeah.
I'm not picky.
The works?
Like, I'm probably the least picky person you would know. Yeah. Like,
when it comes to omelets?
Bacon. No, when it comes to everything.
Okay.
Like, I'll eat anything. Yeah. Bacon, sausage, cheese, peppers, onions.
Put it all on there?
Mushrooms. Yeah, all of it.
I love how the omelet was one of the highlights of your trip up there.
That was awesome. And then this year, we didn't get to stay there, and I was devastated. I was like, oh my gosh. And then the hotel that we were at, they had like the pre-made omelets where you can tell that it's not even real eggs.
Yeah, it's like the powdered egg.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't the same.
Yeah, it was gross, but that's okay.
I told you to bring your glove. Is it close by? All right, we got it here. That's fire looking. So what type of glove is that, Brand? That's obviously a Rawlings.
Yep, Rawlings.
How long have you had that one with you?
I got this last year.
Got Bartletti on the thumb.
Yes.
Beautiful. That's cool.
Bartletti.
Yeah.
And I got this last year, like in February, I think.
Okay.
And then I took like couple weeks to break it in. But so I custom ordered this, obviously.
Yeah.
But I got it to where it was like 30-70 or maybe like 40-60, like 40% factory broken in. So like, because I wanted to use it right away.
Yeah.
But my glove that I had before this was also Rawlings Heart of the Hide.
Are you a Rawlings girl? I'm a Rawlings Heart of the Hide guy too.
Yeah, and then my glove before, the one that I had before this one was also a Rawlings.
How big is it?
This one is 12.5, which is probably a little big for infield, but
yeah. Did you use that for hitting or for pitching and shortstop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then my glove before this, I think was like 12 or maybe 12.25.
Okay. And then how do you break in a glove? How does Rosie B break in a glove?
So I like the thumb to just like overlap the pinky and the ring finger a little bit. And then like we have like the mallet that you just like
beat on it,
beat the glove with. So I would do that a bunch. And then sometimes I would put it in the oven. So like you put a ball in it and then you wrap it in tin foil.
Yeah.
And put it in the oven to soften it up. And then, you gotta like condition it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then honestly, I think the best way to break in a glove is just play catch with it.
What do you use as a conditioner? Is there any like specific one you like, or?
I think it's just like the Rawlings brand.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what it's.
They've got like some Rawlings glove butter. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, I love
this
that.
could use some love, honestly, but I haven't.
It could a little bit. Yeah.
It's kind of dirty. I probably shouldn't have gotten white because it's.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
It's cool. Well, what are you gonna do with this guy now that your career's over?
Oh,
what's he gonna?
I don't know. I mean, it's just been in my car for however many months.
Yeah.
But like, God willing, I'll have kids of my own one day, and I'll play catch with them, or maybe even let them use my glove.
Yeah.
But because like my mom still has her glove from college.
I'm sure.
And this is a funny story, but my brother Louis used her outfielder's glove when he was in high school because he was starting to play outfield and he needed a bigger glove.
Really?
So he used her glove, and it said Ellen Antonacci on it, and he would like hold it like this so nobody could see that he was using his mom's glove.
Secret's out.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, Louis. But yeah, so yeah.
Do you prefer like some people like tighten up their laces, or some people like it looser? What do you prefer?
I've had to look at how long this string is. I've had to tighten it a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I got it, obviously like when you get a new glove, it's going to stretch out a little bit, but I don't have much room here. And then I had to tighten this just a little bit just because my hand's not that big.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I put 2 fingers in the pinky.
2 in the pink?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you at index out, or is it in?
No, it's in. I used to be just 1 in every.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when I pitched, I used to do this. When I pitched, I would just go straight up with my finger out. And then when I would play the field, I would be like this. But this year,
all the way?
It was just, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think I have more control over the glove.
Well said.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then you got your ball there with you?
I do.
Cool. Talk to me about your pitches and your grips and what you were thinking.
So
you threw a rise ball?
Yeah, that was like my main pitch. So Rachel said I throw a drop ball, but I never threw a drop ball. It was just a low rise ball. I could not get the ball to drop.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. But so I would go on the horseshoe right here.
Yeah.
And then like my ring finger and then my pointer finger are on the seams.
Uh-huh.
And then my pinky's just kind of off to the side.
Really?
Well,
is it touching it or no?
Do you see like how crooked my pinky is?
What's going on with that?
Yeah,
pinky?
that's just from pitching. That's
really?
Like it kind of just like molds around the ball. So it's just been like
you
that.
You might not be able to see it, but it literally is kind of like a little crooked compared to the other one.
Yeah. And I even I went to OT to like straighten out my pinky, and it worked for like a week, and then it went back to being crooked, which is fine.
I wonder if it'll straighten out that you're not pitching anymore, or are you always going to have a little hook finger?
Probably not.
Hook pinky.
Okay, so this was my rise ball.
Yeah.
And then I would throw my drop ball the same way. Just so for a rise ball, you spin it like this. And you try to get the side of your hand behind the ball.
Uh-huh.
And then for a drop ball, I would come over the top like this.
Okay.
But it's still not a drop ball because it didn't drop. But
what did it do then?
It's like a low rise ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, honestly, towards the end, I was just locating my rise ball through all 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
And then my change up, I tried a bunch of different things. I could never throw a flip change. So some girls throw it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, if you can get it, that's a really good pitch to have. But I was throwing my change up like this. So my rise ball's here, and then my change up, I would just put a knuckle on it.
Oh, a knuckle in it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that's I found that was the only way that I could slow it down enough to where it was actually change up. Probably YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Those are the pitches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 pitches.
Now, did your pitching wind up evolve over the years, or was it relatively the same? Or
yeah, I think so. Yeah, last year, I started with the glove over my head. I'd never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I did that, but it's kind of just the same thing with my hitting stance and everything. I would play around with stuff.
Yeah,
just find what works, and then from the end of last year all through this year, it was same thing. So
okay. And now a few words from our sponsors. We are proud to be brought to you by The Office Sports Bar and Grill, as well as The Office West. The Office Sports Bar and Grill, located at 1919 West Isles, and the West location located at 4525 Wabash. This is Tom DeLillo. This is Dom DeLillo, his son, played ball at Wesleyan. Love this guy. Love the atmosphere there. It's adorned with all this amazing sports memorabilia from, sports stars of yesteryear. It's a great place to go get a drink or get a quick bite with some friends and have some laughs. We appreciate your continued support. The Office Sports Bar and Grill. We are proud to be brought to you by Cardinal Cleaning, located here in Springfield, Illinois. You can locate them or get a hold of them at 217-679-6567, cardinalcleaninginc.com. This is, of course, Adam Springer, my boy, the local baseball dude, coaches at SHG now, has a couple sons coming up, Ty and Bo. Ty is going to end up at Lincoln Land, an absolute stud. And then Adam played at Chatham Glenwood, Kentucky Wesleyan, Rend Lake. Friend of mine, he coached me on the Rifles as well. I just think he's an awesome guy. They can do anything you could think of under the sun cleaning wise. We really appreciate your continued support. Cardinal Cleaning is where it's at. And I was fascinated to ask, Reagan shine some light on this, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But I was like, how does a softball, outside of strength and conditioning, how does a softball pitcher increase velocity, increase arm strength? And she said, you guys long toss underhanded.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, so we would do that a lot. I didn't do it as much this year just because I was hurt and we were like limiting all my pitches and everything. But yeah, long toss is like one of the best ways to increase arm strength and arm speed.
Yeah.
So we would just start. So we pitched from 43 feet. So we would start from 43 feet and then take step 5 feet back and then pitch again and then keep going back.
How far would you get?
So it was like you got to the point to where you could still get it to the catcher. Like if it bounced, you were done. So then you would, I don't know how far it was, but like the pitcher or the catcher would be at home plate and then I would be in the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you would just take steps back in and do the same thing. But yeah, I really liked long toss. That was one of my favorite pitching drills. So
okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any pitching? I think I probably know the answer to this, but I wrote it down, so I'm gonna ask it. Were there any pitchers, mechanics, or hitting mechanics that you tried to emulate? Anyone else? Or
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad was he kind of just made my swing.
Yeah.
Like how he wanted it, honestly.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
But
he always downplays how good of a baseball player he was.
I know.
He was fantastic.
So will my mom.
Yeah.
They both do.
They're humble people,
which is great.
I'll pump him up right here.
Yeah.
He was absolutely fantastic. So was Ellen. Obviously, you had the genes for this.
Mm-hmm. Very good genetics. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just kind of, like I said, I would play around with everything a little bit, and if I saw something that I liked from another person, I'd be like, maybe I should try that. Maybe that would help me. But nobody in specific.
Okay. I know this is a thing in softball. I don't know how much it is in college, but there's a lot of cheering going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite one from your career or anything like that?
Favorite cheer. I don't know if I have a favorite, but there's definitely some funny ones. I think this is kind of mean, but we would do it anyway. Anytime a person would strike out, we would say, 1, 2, 3, hi-ya, you go sit by the water cooler, which I think is so mean, but it's funny. Or they would say see ya or something like that. And I don't know. Some of them are crazy. I don't know where they come up with these cheers.
Right.
I wasn't a super big cheerer.
I didn't, you don't strike me as the most vocal.
No.
And that's a rah-rah type person, more of a quiet strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like listening to the cheers. They're really funny. And that was one difference coming from high school to college. In college, we never stop with the cheers.
Yeah.
And that's also different between softball and baseball. The baseball players, they'll chirp at each other and everything,
right.
But they don't have these organized cheers.
We do not.
No.
We do not.
Which I think would be really weird.
Wouldn't that be funny?
It would be funny. Maybe, yeah. Maybe we need to start that. No, I don't think so.
A bunch of dudes doing these.
Oh, gosh.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there if you could have a do-over from your career, is there anything that jumps out to you?
Nope.
Perfect. Way it was supposed to be?
Yep.
Okay. What about the game of softball? Is there anything that you would change about the game of softball or the way it's played or anything like that? Like a rule change or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think, if you want to get into the youth sports aspect of it, I think that needs to change. But my experience, no, I don't think there's anything that I would change.
Okay. You already covered it some, but if there's anything else you want to add on to it, was there any other parts of your first collegiate bomb that jump out to you, or do you feel like you've covered that?
Not really.
That was a good story.
I was so sick.
Yeah.
I hardly remember
that was a great
it.
story, yeah.
Yeah.
What about, do you have a most memorable punch out, striking out someone that really stood out? Special one or?
Not a specific one, but I do remember last year, I think it was back-to-back weekends, I broke like the single game strikeout record. So like one of the games I had 15 and then the next weekend I had 16 against like UND and they're like really good.
Right.
So that was huge. So I think I don't really remember specific moments, but yeah.
Okay. Did you have entrance or walk-up music when you batted or pitched this year? What was it?
My pitching song was November Rain.
Yeah.
It was like the
Guns N' Roses?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And then what was my hitting song? Oh, the Imperial March, Darth Vader.
Really?
Yes.
How did you come up with that one? It's unique.
I'm a nerd. That's how.
Like dun dun dun.
Yes.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun,
it was
dun,
great.
dun, dun.
And
that
everybody
works.
would like. Okay, so for media day, I took pictures with like. We have like lightsabers and stuff at home.
Yes, I saw those. Those were fire.
And Reagan, this was hilarious. Reagan was like, Rosie, how many friends did you have in high school? And I was like, I know, I'm a nerd. I know. I'll own it though.
How many friends
I
did you
don't
have?
care. I had a lot of friends in high school, by the way. Thank you.
Hey, FYI, Reagan. Lots of
Reagan,
friends.
gosh.
And then when we've texted before, and like I feel like you've put out a bunch of posts. You're a Fleetwood Mac girl.
Yeah.
That's your band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you like Fleetwood Mac a lot?
I like Fleetwood Mac. I like Guns N' Roses. I like Metallica. Like,
I wouldn't have guessed
the
Metallica.
dad rock. Like,
really?
Yeah.
What else do you listen to? What are some of your other favorites?
I like country music.
Yeah.
I hate rap.
Not
like
a rap
anybody
fan?
who you ask will know that I despise rap. It's just not real music to me. I'm sorry if you think it is, but it's not. Yeah. So I like country. I like rock.
Yeah.
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard?
Yeah.
Girl, I would not have guessed these classics here.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any mistakes that you made in your career that you think others could learn from?
Maybe not specific ones, but I think it is important to learn from your mistakes. And I also think it's important to not be afraid to make mistakes because like that's where you learn the most. If you're just perfect all the time, it gets boring.
Well said.
And like if you can't improve upon anything, what's the point?
Yeah.
So
well said.
Yeah.
I like that. We already covered this a little bit, but if you want to add anything else, thoughts on the state of competitive softball now, travel softball, what it is?
I think it's brutal. I think it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it, like there's a regression and it kind of goes back to the way it was. But even when I was younger, like it wasn't as intense as it is now. Like people are saying if your 8-year-old isn't on this elite select team, you'll never play in college. Yeah.
Done.
There's no point in even trying. But like my travel teams, when I played, I never went farther than, I think the Quad Cities was the farthest we went.
Yeah.
And I got recruited and I did just fine.
You did great.
So I think I said this before, but you just need to let your child play.
Yeah.
Like go let them play in the backyard. Go let them run around.
Mm-hmm.
They need to learn how to move their body before they start pitching at age 6.
Yeah. Well
so,
okay.
Yeah.
I like that. What were some of the parts of softball that you really loved?
All of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's such a gift to be able to, use my abilities like this. And I think I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of fun. And I enjoyed all that.
Such a great teacher of life. I mean, I played baseball, but there's so much failure built into it, right? Like you're gonna.
Yeah, it's a game of failure, that's for sure.
You're gonna fall on your face, and you gotta keep getting up.
Yeah, and I saw something the other day that was like, employers want to hire like college athletes.
Absolutely.
Because they have been through it and they know how to be resilient and how to
work ethic, all these things, a million things that go into being a collegiate
which I
athlete.
think is so
sacrifice.
True. Yeah,
absolutely. Beautifully put. What do you think you'll miss the most about being a softball player?
I think probably playing with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm still friends with all those girls, but it's different. Like, we would see each other for, like, 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Which was a lot, but it was fun because, like, they're the people you want to be with, and it's just, like, we would have all our inside jokes and everything.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah. No, I missed that part of it, too.
Yeah.
It's like a tribe.
Yeah.
And
it's
your
like,
family.
Come the end of April, we were all like, oh, my gosh, this is... Because it's a long season. It's a grind for sure. But we were all in it together and it was just so much fun. And like, obviously, I still talk to a lot of those girls, but it's different when you don't, get to see them every day. And yeah.
Okay. You already said this, but last game, you said that you're emotional.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I mean, we kind of knew that it was going to be our last game. We were really struggling. Like, I was hurt.
Yeah.
Our other pitcher, Callista, was dealing with a little bit of an injury herself. So it was like we were running on fumes, kind of. So we kind of knew this was going to be it. But even when the game ended, like, everybody was crying. I was obviously very emotional because I had just spent 16 years of my life doing this, and it's all just over on a Thursday.
Right.
But I remember, and there's a picture of this out there somewhere, I just went and I just hugged my mom because my mom and my dad were there, obviously. And I was just crying, and she was like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Like, you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to know that it was meant to be over now. And I did. I woke up the next day and I was like,
it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
Beautifully put. Man, that's a great perspective too. Mm-hmm. What was more important to you, winning or doing your best?
I think doing my best. Although I did really like to win. I hated losing. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't like losing, but I also think there is a benefit to losing because if you just win all the time, it's not as special.
Yeah, well said.
I mean, same thing with like
catch.
Thanks. Still got it.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah, same thing with like if I, as a pitcher, was completely dominant all the time, like it just wouldn't be as fun. If like it doesn't take as much work if you're just the best of the best all the time at everything. And I do think there is benefit in, working hard and like the grind of having to work to be the best.
Beautifully put. Multiple of your people that I interviewed said some funny stuff that, while you're this determined champion, hard worker, that you had like a fun side to you too. Yeah. Tell me about this Lorax costume.
Okay.
The Lorax for Halloween?
Yep, I was the Lorax for Halloween.
What a choice.
So I was kind of fun. I'm not going to be showing you that picture.
I would have someone out there send it to me.
Somebody will send it to you, I'm sure.
Somebody.
But yeah, so I student taught first grade this past fall.
Yeah. Where at?
And Little Flower.
Okay.
Which is pretty close to UIS, so it worked out well because I would go to work out in the mornings at 6 a.m. before I went to school.
Yep.
Which made for some long days, but
sure.
So I was like, I have to do something good that the kids will think is funny. So then I decided on the Lorax. So I wore this like orange bodysuit basically, and I had like the eyebrows and the mustache, and it was funny. I won't do it again, but it was funny.
I don't know anything about this, but what was the worst conditioning that you did at UIS? Do you guys ever have some tough stuff?
Or you're not really going to believe me, but I just don't think conditioning is that hard.
Really? No, that's no, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I always loved conditioning part of it, but I'm kind of a psycho.
I definitely like okay, so we do, at UIS, we do weight room stuff, we do conditioning, and then we do speed.
Okay.
So I liked the weight room stuff the most, and then I liked the speed, and then conditioning was just kind of meh. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Okay.
So we would do like tempo runs and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Like we never had to like run a mile or anything. I think probably the hardest conditioning that I did every year we would run the beep test, which is like pacer test if you've ever done that.
Yep.
Which is basically like run until you can't anymore. So obviously that was hard. But yeah, I didn't.
Okay. I'm with that. And this, sometimes I write these questions down and I'm like, oh, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I start looking at it again, when I'm sitting across from someone, I'm like, this is so broad. Okay, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay.
Any life lessons from the game? How did it shape you as a person?
No, I just think it gave me, well, I think I've always had a really good work ethic, but I think it improved my work ethic.
Yeah.
Especially like in the middle of last year, having to take on basically every single inning of pitching.
Yeah.
You know, you really have to buckle down and just get to it, even if it's not something you want to do. Like there were days where I just wouldn't want to go to softball practice, but you still do it because you love it. And because, you know, like I feel like I owe so much to the game because it's given me so much, and given me, you know, like my best friends and whatnot. And yeah, so I just think, you know, this is kind of cliche, but don't take anything for granted. Like it'll just be over on a random Thursday in May one day.
Amen. Yep.
So yeah.
I love that. Do you ever see yourself being involved in the gaming end or coaching or anything like that?
I think so, probably eventually. Several people have reached out to me about like giving lessons, and right now I've said no.
It's not the right time.
No, not the right time. I think I need to take some time away. But I do see myself coaching maybe one day. Like especially if I have kids, like I would want to coach my daughters in softball, stuff like that. I don't know if I'll ever like coach in college or anything like that. Probably not, but you never know.
You never know?
I don't know.
Okay. Tell me about choosing teaching as your career path. Yeah,
so I have a lot of teachers in my family. My mom taught for a while. My aunt is a teacher. My cousin Abby is a teacher right now, first grade teacher actually. So it kind of runs in the family, and I always knew I worked really well with kids. Like I loved babysitting.
Yeah.
And then originally I started out as an exercise science major, which I obviously like. I enjoy training people,
right?
So, and I enjoy working out. So that could have been something that I stuck with, but I knew deep down that I wanted to work with kids and I wanted to, you know, be a teacher, and hopefully someday, my goal is to like homeschool my kids.
Really?
So yeah. I mean, I don't have kids yet, but when I do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is your mom still teaching?
Mm-mm.
She's not. When did she
stop?
No, so
she taught. She stopped probably, I think, when I graduated, or maybe the year after I graduated from high school.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay.
So she hasn't taught for a while.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Just running the Bartletti house?
Yep.
Full-time job.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, this is cool. I'm fascinated to ask you this because, and I asked your mom this, and I think it wasn't too clunky how I asked it, but we're friends on social media and stuff, and I see some of the things you post and whatnot, and you strike me, the Bartlettis strike me as a real Catholic family. Like, yeah. I know, and this is no knock to the Catholic faith, but I feel like I know a lot of people that are Catholic that are kind of half in and half out, you know? And, you know, say a couple Hail Marys and they're on their way.
Right.
But you guys are real, and I think it means something to you. Can you tell me about what your faith means to you?
Yeah. So even like growing up, like when we were really little, every night we would like do prayers together as a family, and they taught us all the prayers and everything. And even when I was a baby, when I was really little, I can't remember a time that I've missed a Sunday mass. So like my parents have made it a priority that your faith comes first. You go to mass.
Yeah.
You don't miss. And that was also something that I was really grateful for about Shannon. Like she knew that I
supported it.
Did not miss mass. Like I had to get to mass every weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's been a very important part of my growth as a person, as a player.
Yeah.
We talked about kind of like the meditation type stuff. But one of my things was when I was in the pitching circle, if I was like kind of getting like overwhelmed or whatever, I would in my mind like say a Hail Mary. So like I would like take a deep breath and say like the first half of it and then exhale and then say the second half.
Oh yeah.
In my head, obviously, but so that was something that helped me. And then so I think that's been huge.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then So what does Rosie do outside of sports for fun? Mom says you all got all kind of stuff that you like to get into and
yes,
new things and hobbies.
I have had a million hobbies throughout the years, but now I would say, okay, so have you heard of like being crunchy? Do you know what that means?
Yes,
to be
I do.
Crunchy. I would consider myself to be a very crunchy person.
Rosie's
I haven't
crunchy.
always been crunchy, but like I would say like it's been like 2.5 years now.
You're like making bread and stuff now. And
Yep. So we have at home, we have a grain mill. It's like we make our own flour.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be a lot better for you because like the flour you buy at the store, they just like strip of all the nutrients and everything. Right. So like we make our own bread. We have chickens, obviously. So we have the eggs,
yes,
farm fresh eggs.
Do. Yeah.
And then I drink raw milk.
Really?
Which
is that what's going on right here?
There's a raw milk latte. Yes. Okay. I know a lot of people think it's gross, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like it hasn't been pasteurized and all that stuff, right?
So it's like straight from the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be better for you, like probiotics and prebiotics and everything. Oh, cool. But yeah, so I'm like really into like, non-toxic everything.
Yeah.
Like
health.
This year, or no, maybe last year, I started wearing barefoot shoes to lift.
Oh, so, girl, I'm with that.
It spreads out your toes better.
What brand are you using?
I don't know, something I found online. They're like $40 and they've lasted me like 2 years.
Yeah, there's like nothing to them. They're just very flat.
Yeah, it's like a slipper, like literally like a heavy duty sock.
I like
basically.
the Vivo Barefoots. Those are my favorite.
Yeah. But so I used to like suffer from like shin splints when I was a freshman. It totally fixed it.
It's crazy how much shoes mess up your feet.
Right?
They
really do. Like they squeeze your toe. Yeah.
Have you noticed your feet spreading out some as you like wearing those more natural
and, like,
shoes? Yeah.
This is.
Then you can't wear older shoes sometimes. Yeah.
Like this is kind of gross, but like I could probably pick up stuff with my toes now. I won't do it just because.
Do it right now on camera.
No. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this pen down there.
Yeah. No. But yeah.
Okay.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's do a couple fun ones here.
Okay.
What about favorite movie all time or a couple favorite movies?
Ooh, I just went and saw the new Spider-Man movie the other day.
Good?
It was really good. Yeah, so I like all the Marvel movies. I really like the Mission Impossible movies. I don't watch a lot of TV though anymore. I used to, but
do you have an old favorite TV show?
An old TV show?
Or a TV show you like that you have liked before? Or series? Or...
Little House on the Prairie, obviously.
Gosh. There we go, Little House.
But yeah, I watched that a lot growing up, and then we watched the Andy Griffith Show a lot. Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Pink?
Yeah.
Like it. What about favorite? Do you have a favorite all-time song?
Not really a song, but my favorite genre is like rock.
Okay. So this is a weird question. If you, similar to like entrance music when you come to a game as a hitter or a pitcher, what if every time you walked in a room in life there was music that played? What would it be?
Oh gosh. That's a good question.
It's a weird one.
I really liked my walk-up song this year, the Darth Vader music. I think that's so good.
Darth Vader when you walk into a room.
I'm not an evil person, I promise, but yeah, I think that's just iconic.
All right. Do you have a favorite food or anything like that?
I love steak.
Steak girl?
If I had to eat steak for every day for the rest of my life, I would.
You're on that?
I love pickles too. Like pickles and olives and like.
What about, how do you cook your steak?
Rare.
Rare?
Like very rare.
Bleeding?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. What about, are you a favorite dessert?
I like cookies. Yeah. Like ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Favorite book of all time?
Favorite book? I like the Jack Reacher series. I don't know if you've heard of Lee Child. He's good.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
You've given some answers I would not have expected
really?
Today. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
There you go.
Okay. What about favorite smell?
I like vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah.
Vanilla gal? Do you have like a perfume
but
you
again,
wear?
Again, on like the crunchy side of things, I don't do fragrance anymore. Like I try to stay away from fragrance because it's not very good for you. So like I don't burn candles or anything, and I don't wear perfume.
Yeah.
I try to like buy.
Are these candles bothering you?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I like vanilla. Like like you're baking. Like,
Do you do like natural deodorants and stuff like that too? Are you that crunchy yet?
I don't wear deodorant.
I don't either sometimes. Really? Good for you. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Little secrets out.
Yeah. So if you guys smell me, you know that's why. I don't wear deodorant.
When I was firefighting, I would only wear deodorant when I went to work because I didn't want to offend anyone. But other than that, I don't.
I just think it's unnecessary.
Hey, God gave you your own natural smell.
Right.
Take some showers.
Yeah. Right. And if I smell bad, I'm just going to take a shower.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosie, that's interesting. Okay. Teammates section. This is always fun for me. Outside of yourself, you cannot be a choice. Not that you would, but who was the fastest teammate you ever played with besides?
This year, Rebecca. I don't know if you know her. She was like the really little one.
Rebecca what?
New Power.
Oh, yeah.
She played outfield.
I've seen her. Yep.
Really short slapper.
Okay. Yep.
She's super quick.
Okay.
She's probably the second fastest on our team.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the best infield and then outfield arms that you played with?
The best infield arm. Okay, I don't know. Well, infield, I'm gonna say catcher. Rachel had a really good arm.
Sure, that works.
But JC Watts, I played with her last year. She threw the ball harder than I've ever seen anybody throw a ball in my life.
It's a cannon.
Yes, like just a straight bullet shot from home plate to second base.
Yeah.
And then outfield, Jaden Watts, who's JC's cousin. She has a really good arm.
Okay.
She was my age, so I played with her for 4 years.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Who had the best infield hands you ever played with?
Danielle Dennis, probably.
Okay.
She's good. Yeah. She's very good.
Most pop.
This year, Emmy Stewart.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah.
Oh my
she can hit the crap.
Oh my dude! When I watched you guys play, I was like taken aback.
Yeah.
Well, the violence of her swing.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, number one, I did not like pitching to her just because.
You need a comeback,
and I
game over.
did not like playing shortstop against her because I would play like on the grass. Like I don't want her to hit the ball at me, but
she hit it so hard.
She's good.
Did she hit some bombs this year for you guys?
Oh yeah, I don't remember how many she had, but like
she's special.
Yeah, the game that I hit my first home run, there was like a set of train tracks behind the field. She hit a ball over the train tracks, and I was like, "Are you even real?"
Just big time power.
Yeah,
powerful athlete. Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. She was a freshman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good lord.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember texting Shannon like she hits the what out of the ball. You got something special.
She really does. Yeah.
Okay. What about the most highest like softball IQ?
Highest softball IQ. Again, probably Danielle Dennis. She was good. She's all around just really good.
Okay. Best and worst nicknames of a teammate.
Well, the best. Okay, last year we had 3 Addies on our team last year.
How'd you guys mix that up?
So we were like, okay, we need a new name for some of you.
Yep.
So one of the girls we started calling Gibby. I don't know why. I have no idea why we called her Gibby, but that's just what we called her.
Sometimes in sports things don't make sense, but they do make sense.
And then this year, every practice we do a question of the day at the beginning. So like somebody will come up with a question and then we'll go around the circle and everybody will answer it.
Yeah.
Well, one of them was, what would be your name if you were a boy?
Oh, interesting.
And my dad wanted to name a son this like forever.
What we got?
Mine was Rocco.
Rocco.
Okay, so my mom was never going to allow that, first of all. But that was my boy name. So now they all called me Rocco.
I like it. Rocco.
Yeah.
Rocco.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. But my dad won. So, yeah. No.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't spoken to your dad, but I have to imagine that's a nod to the Rocky movies. They called him Rocco in the early ones. So I'm sure your dad's watched the Rocky movies.
Oh, he has, yeah.
For sure. Okay, interesting. What about Rocco? Funniest teammate, biggest prankster, anything there?
I don't know. I've had a lot of funny teammates over the years. Alexis Carroll, she's pretty hilarious. Like not even meaning to be, just like her in general. You just laugh when you see her.
One of those people.
She's just
Okay.
She's really funny.
How about hardest worker?
I want to say Jaden Watts.
Okay.
In my class, she probably has one of the best work ethics I've ever seen. She didn't get to play a ton throughout her career, but she worked her tail off. Like you would never know that she wasn't a starter.
Okay.
So.
How about toughest?
I don't know. I think everybody in their own way.
Okay.
Very I mean, it takes a lot of mental and physical toughness just to play the sport and to be good at it. And just like, it is a grind. It's from January to the end of May, like you get one day off a week. And even that day, it's not really an off day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but yeah.
Okay. What about, who had the best back control?
Last year, well, she graduated last year. Ella Brinkley, she was a slapper.
Yeah.
Like a power slapper. She just hit the ball so hard, and I think she ended up batting like 400 something.
Okay.
Which is really good. Yeah, she was good. She like hardly ever struck out or anything.
What about most overall talented?
Ugh, these are hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
Probably Danielle Dennis. She was good.
Okay. Moving on here then. Where are you going to be at in 5 years? Where are you going to be at in 10 years? What does the future hold for Rosie B?
Okay, well, 5 years. Hopefully I'm married by then. Maybe I have a kid or two. But I want to have a lot of kids, I think.
Like your family?
Yeah, maybe even more. I don't know.
More? Oh boy.
Maybe like 5 or 6.
Oh wow.
We'll see. We'll see. I could have one and be like, oh my gosh, this is impossible. But no, I think I want to have a lot of kids. Like I always grew up with a lot of cousins and, my siblings. And I just think it's fun to have kids your own age.
Sure.
And
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. And then I want to homeschool. I really want a farm. Yeah. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if that's in the cards. I don't know.
Okay. I love that. And then, wait, so then if you're homeschooling, then you would not be teaching in like in a school per se?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, ideally, like once so I'll teach for a couple years. Ideally, I'll get married and then have a kid, and then I probably won't go back to work.
Okay.
Like my mom kind of did the same thing.
Okay.
She taught for a little bit after she had us, but for the most part, she's just stayed at home and, run things around there.
Okay. Do you think after this next year of track, best of luck to you, do you think you will continue to train like an athlete? Or it's always weird for an athlete when their career is like really done.
Yeah.
How do you continue to train, work out, like, I
think so, yes, because I mean, first of all, like it's the athlete training like has put me in the best shape of my life. So, yeah. And I just think it's good to like, stay athletic. I think there's definitely benefits to that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know if I would know how to train any other way.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay. I'm with that. Do you think you will always consider yourself a softball player?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think my mom still does consider herself a softball player.
For sure.
Which I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you're that good.
Right.
But
I've never asked anyone this before, and I'm pretty excited about coming up with this question, but if softball were a person and you could say thanks to her, what would you say?
I would just say thank you. I think it's been like a pivotal thing in my life to have softball. I think it's definitely shaped me into the person I am today. I think without it, I would not be, as hard of a worker or like, just the type of person I am today. So
yeah,
it's been a lot of fun.
Beautifully put.
Yeah.
We are at the end here.
All right.
You made it.
Yes.
How's this been for you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I haven't really ever talked about myself for this long or about like softball.
Yeah.
Like this in depth, but no, it's been good.
I thought you did absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad we got to do this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope I can consider you a friend now.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you sit down and talk to someone about their life for 2-3 hours. I think you're friends afterwards.
And now everybody knows that I don't wear deodorant.
I could cut that out if you want.
No, it's fine. No, I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I honestly don't care.
Amazing. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here, or anything you feel like we left on the bone or anything like that? I thought we were pretty thorough here.
Yeah, no, I think that was good. I also think it's important to remember that your sport is not your entire life.
Yeah.
Because there will be a day when you're done and you don't have it anymore, and you cannot put your identity in your sport.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important to have something else to lean back on. And for me personally, it's my family, it's my faith, it's, my friendships, all that. But I do think it's important to have the perspective that this is not something I'm going to be doing forever.
Yeah.
It's just part of who I am. It's not all of who I am. So,
yeah. You were so impressive. Your parents did an amazing job, too.
Yes, they did.
Shout out to the Bartletti family. I love those guys. I'm going to let Ellen take us out here.
Okay.
So we've got one final clip here. It says, Ellen, this is Proud.
Aw.
And then we're going to get on out of here.
Okay.
You go back down the street.
Yep. You can walk home. Actually, I drove here, but yeah.
All right, here we go.
The things about Rosie that I'm most proud of didn't happen on the field. Mm-hmm. Or if they did, they weren't related to statistics.
Yeah.
It's how she treated her teammates, her positivity. She's got a compassionate side that, she would come home sometimes and say, I feel so sorry for, a teammate for whatever reason. And, those things would kind of eat away at her a little bit when she knew somebody was struggling with something. I think it's when I can see my children recognizing the bigger lesson, that's what makes me proud.
Sure.
And I think she has done that quite well. She took what God gave her and used it and is still using it. And, she brought so much joy to her grandparents who did so much traveling to watch her play.
Yeah.
And to her parents. And, she, she took the opportunity and made the ultimate most of it.
Oh,
I don't know what else she could have done.
Yeah, I love that.
So, yeah, we're proud of her.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing else for you. Are you ready to get out of here?
Yep.
Okay. This was such an incredible thing. I'm so glad you came. You're our first female guest.
Yay.
I think the biggest takeaway from today is that Rosie does not wear deodorant. And,
Yep.
now
let everybody know it.
Okay. This is the Rosie B story.
Yeah.
So incredible. I don't know what we're going to call it. She's determined. She's persisted. Something along those lines. But just, you're awesome. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
And that's it. Post-game spread. We're out of here. Cool.
Yay.